Friends, welcome back to the VOD/stream of number 2 of our Greek Millennium Dawn playthrough. We are still in a long sort of drawn out war with the remnants of Yugoslavia, aka Serbia. We've seen them represented both ways. We have our front line that is manned by our sort of mobile infantry, our mechanised / IFV wielding infantry, and we have our fallback line of tanks. The war has not went terribly well for us. We've lost a lot of equipment. We weren't that well equipped going in, if we're completely honest. So we're now sitting sort of at the point where, like, do we try and just salvage a ceasefire and take what we've got and then maybe come back at them at a later date? Like, what's the best option here? We are obviously still plummeting down the debt sort of way as well, but one of the suggestions we did have on the actual YouTube comments was to sell some of our out-of-date equipment, perhaps even producing some out-of-date equipment deliberately to sell. So that is something we're possibly going to do. We'll look to maybe try and create a surplus in good time, just not yet. But we'll see what's what. It's definitely a good shout, and it obviously produces a little bit of extra income to try and offset our deficit. But yeah, I think we are going to defend just now, let this war tack on. We're still reasonably stable. The war sport campaign's kicking in. We've got a 32% debuff to our war weariness, so we need to keep an eye on that and maybe try and push for a little bit of a more extensive peace when we can. Move these guys up so they've got more range. But we're going to sit just now, let time pass, and bounce back and forth. So we're unpaused. We'll let these guys just sit. Again, one of our problems here has been supply and trying to get this connected. And the railways are taking what feels like a lifetime to build. Like, it really is taking a long time just to connect this up. So that's frustrating. And then on top of that, we have no supply here when that is the case. Trade-wise, we actually have a decent amount of factories to the extent that we could probably get rid of a lot of our... we could probably trade for the resources we need to kind of trade. I'm going to trade with Russia. They're not like our enemy the way they normally are in these playthroughs. Is our air up? I can't remember. They are up. And we're maintaining here. So we're up, we're actually hitting them. We've got very experienced Air Force. So we're not looking terrible, it has to be said. We just, our supply could be a lot better. A lot better. This needs to be built, but we're in no real position to build it in a hurry. This is going to be literally next year it'll be built. I thought we should just cancel it. Just go level 1. Right, we were obviously trying to upgrade some of our weapons. We're pretty much on a par with our weapons and our utility equipment. We could upgrade some of our support, etc. Our attack helicopters were on a par. I really would like to start trying to produce some of our own aircraft, but I don't think it's going to be an option, and I'm going to have to adjust that audio because that is very loud. We have made moves in towards some of our electricity and our fuel consumption. I am thinking I'm going to continue that, and I'm going to definitely change this audio. That is absolutely deafening. I don't know how it's all of a sudden so loud. Then we're going to unpause again. Just let this continue and see what the crack is. I am wondering if we should, in fact, push for a ceasefire and just take what we've got. I'm trying to see who's got the majority here, so they would probably get that back. Here we might get this area, so they'd be stuck in the corner here. It's just the supply hubs. Literally our problem is supply hubs. The other thing we could possibly try and do is like feign a retreat to back here and then hit them with a quick counter and try and get in behind them. I've almost bought level 1 here. The 12th of August. We can definitely hold that. What? Artashk wants to establish a military base. Who are you? I have no idea who that is. I've never heard of that. Art. Oh well, we said yes. What's the worst going to happen? We're not going to do anything here. We're going to let this continue just now, and then we'll sort of weigh up our options. So logistics wise, yeah, we're absolutely we're in a hole here. I'm wondering if we should be deleting some of our tank divisions to try and make up the deficit. And the guards of Ares, we do have we have an MBT in here which we could remove. I'm wondering if that's the move.
Oh. Well, hello.
Decisions need to be made.
Time flies when you're having fun, so your streams must be why the last 2 years have felt so relentlessly long.
Uniform, thank you, I think. Appreciate that, and welcome back in. You're here just in time to watch the pain and suffering continue as Greek tries to find its way in the world. Thank you for 25 months, Don. I appreciate you using your Prime here, and I hope you are well. And Deb, I see you. I appreciate the multiple views. Dankeschön. I think we're going to change these guys. Do we just remove them? 26 combat width. It's maybe not a bad idea. And what happens if we whack another motorized here? Take us up to 30. I'm going to do this just to try and save some MBTs. We'll see how this goes. We're obviously going to be even shorter on IFVs, but our MBTs are now fine. So you guys, you're going to be short IFVs, aren't you? Yeah. So we could just do that. This is a terrible division, actually. There's like nothing going on here. Attack helicopters, how are we? We're short. What are we in a surplus of then? AA. I guess we could put them in. There's no harm in that. Decent amount of man pads and decent amount of artillery. So is it SPGs we have right now? It's just artillery. That's going to use 6 artillery apiece. That's perfect. There we go. So let's give them a bit more soft attack and ability. So the question is, and I put this to the chat. Oh, excellent. Keep up. Boom. It's going to cost us 1.84. Why not? So yeah, do we feign a retreat and then hit them on the counter, or do we sit where we are and wait on them to actually try to move us? That's the question. I'm wondering if we should be maybe looking at some further doctrines. I know this is fairly overwhelming to look at times. New manpads researched. Do we continue along this? Or do we try and bring this in mind? Yeah, maybe try and catch up with AGMs. Why not? Our fuel somehow is just plummeted, now it's balanced again. Okay. Okay, we can't. I don't really want to offer a ceasefire again. Right, they like us fully. We're not going to repeal that. That will make no money. They already like us 100, so we're not doing any of those. We're not doing any of this. I'd love to. I think we're going to have to try and regain some of our independence in terms of. Oh, military. Absolutely, you can send us stuff. The Crimean People's Republic. Well, things are happening over there. Yeah, honestly, Uniform, I've been thoroughly enjoying this. We're just, we really should have disabled NATO because it's kind of grabbing us by the balls and we can't do too much. And here we're stuck in a supply. Oh no, we're not stuck in a no supply now. Now the question is, if we move our tanks up, does it overstress it too much? Because what we really want to do is try and take the river crossing here. Let's see how this goes. How's the supply now? It's still okay. So we're going to let them prepare, and I think we're going to hit them with what we have. Again, our IFV situation is not great. Our support equipment is not great. We need the APCs apparently, even though I was trying to get rid of APCs, so it could be better. But our air's getting a crazy amount of XP. There's a crazy amount of XP being put out there, so that's an advantage. We just don't have any planes to replace those. So we'll let them prepare. They're prepared, they're not still preparing. I'm not going to take Winter Expert here, it doesn't really benefit us. Here, Expert Organizer, I'd rather... I think I'll wait for him just now, and then the big man here. Don't want either of those. Right, and then you guys, we probably want to just hit this and really, really try. Like here, we need to break this. So you guys are going to get a bit of planning. I'm going to slow this down just so I can semi-micro this a bit. We should break here. I wonder, how risky is this going to be to hit there and try and circle round? I don't really want to risk like all of our tanks. We've even got our special forces here. So I'm wondering if they go there and then go towards Belgrade. They're still preparing, we're losing 10%. So they two are going to get hit at the same time. Then we'll do some supporting attacks. And this will be one of our sort of last ditches here to try and support this, because yeah, it's taking its toll obviously on our stability and our balance, and we really do need to try and recover. We're going to again keep combating this and trying to just... Oh, the Eurozone forms. Reforms... Oh god. War support campaign, we need to keep that going. Reforms and restraint. Okay, let's see what the crack is here. This is something I do not have a lot of experience with just now. I really don't know how to interact with this too much. I really should try and learn that. Anyway, we're not giving a crap about the EU just now. We're basically preparing for this. We want these guys to be prepared so that they're not still preparing. We have as much supply here as we can just about get. Let's do this. Tanks originally attacking, you guys in support. There we go. You guys we are going to assist with. And then you're going to assist here. There we go. So we're going to try and break here and swing around towards their capital, see if we can pull this off. Very good initial push here. These guys are going to end up panicking, and then we might try and do some probing attacks once we have a better idea of what's what. Our air is obviously looking very dominant here. You guys are, in fact, you're going to stay there and support an attack there. We're going to try and keep the pressure on here as we swirl around. If nothing else, we might be able to remove some men for the front line there and try another push. But they are fleeing here. And again, here what we're going to do is support attack. Even if we take some of the railway, and it's not really going to help, is it? Here we need to be going straight for Belgrade, and same here. This literally needs to be balls to the walls. This is like, it's not quite our final push type thing, but we can't sit here at war all the time. And yeah, we have phantoms up, that's all we really have. We don't have many other options. They are about to drop men from this. So as soon as they're away, we're going to probably push an attack here. This is our kind of all-in last ditch to basically try and change the war very quickly. So you're going there. We're going to move you to there, and you're going to support. One of you is going to stay there, and we're just, again, it's our last ditch effort here. Our tanks are attacking the wrong way. We want them going for the capital. The capital is all that matters here. It's not looking great. This is looking good though, my god. Okay. So what we are going to have to do here is just leave someone behind so we don't get cut off. This is excellent. So they're panicked, they don't know what's what. We're actually defending successfully here. Now what we can do is attack here. Try and close this. We're going to make sure we're attacking with our guys that aren't over a river crossing. There we go. Oh my god. Have we finally... Supply is going to be awful though, isn't it? We just need to be careful we don't get countered quickly here. That's how this goes tits up. Is it worth us pushing? Do we risk this? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We'll see what's what. Still pushing Belgrade. Managed to push this. The problem is as we push their front line and make it smaller, we're kind of helping them in a roundabout way. I mean, we're not really, obviously we're trying to defeat them, but this isn't looking great here. Can you guys support attack, please? Can you guys support attack? We just need to take Belgrade. Our air support's obviously coming in handy. It's 89. It's not changing too much. We did not successfully push around here, but that's fine. How we doing? Oh. Ouch, 93. Come on. Probably stop this attack soon, maybe regather ourselves. Supply's actually not terrible here. Be nice if we could maybe close this a bit. How's the losses looking in fact? We've lost 43, they're at 90k. There we go, that's a nice bit of pressure. We're going for Belgrade now. They're pushing us here. I think we are going to try and encircle them here, couldn't we? We push here. The odds are going that way. Let's just go here. See how that's looking. If we take that, we're going to encircle about a third of their army. Don't see that being a bad thing. We've just got caseless ammunition. That's not going to be a bad thing either. This is actually looking good here for the encirclement. That'll be a big win. We're going to stop these attacks. We've done it. We have the encirclement. Let's push this in. That might be the straw that we've been needing to break the camel's back, so to speak. Their capital's about to fall. Please don't make me push any further north. This is like a dead area for supply. Is that all we needed? We just got another mill. That's very exciting. They're all going into IFVs. We're going to need fuel shortly. I'm not going to assign anyone just now because it's just a little bit too too wishful. Supply is pretty terrible. We have Belgrade, right? Yeah, we do. And we're going to have to push the full way, aren't we? God damn it. Right, what we will do is... tanks. Let's get this organised a bit more. Where's our best... oh, we have a supply hub in the middle. That means our tanks are going straight into the middle, and they're going to try and push straight for the capital. And our SFO, our Special Forces, are going to also just sit in the middle and piggyback on that in a supporting attack. Now, one thing we do have an abundance of is political power, and we are going to go for... we're going to go for... go for org. Anyone else got any promotions we can drop? Nope, that's the one just now. So we're going to reorganise. We're in a massive deficit of equipment. Ouch. We should maybe just assign someone here if I'm honest. So we can't assign you for some reason. Can't say assign. Oh, because she's already assigned, so we need someone new. We don't have the PP for it. Chris, how are you, man? 95%. I think we're going to have to push for the... we have to try and push it home, I think. How many men did we lose there? I think we lost too many in that. They've lost like another 20k on top of that. I'm wondering if we're going to have to push the entire way. That encirclement was obviously pretty sweet. Here we're preparing a lot of works. How's your preparations? Still preparing. We'll see what goes. They're obviously still, they're making equipment, they're preparing the defence. We're in a deficit for just about everything. Set man pads and artillery. That's great. Plenty of trains. We're 1.7k short of utility vehicles. We're going to have to rethink our entire economy after this. Anyway, let's try and get this done. Again, we're going to try and just support attack here as best we can. If we break this, the tanks are going to go all the way through for the capital, but I guess we're waiting. Again, they have no air. What's our debuffs here? River crossing 70%. We're exceeding the combat width, which is yeah, okay. We're doing 20 damage for the organisation. Yeah, we're just, it's uncontested air. We have complete aerial dominance. Hopefully the boys just push here and they know what's what. There we go. This has been the hardest war we've had yet, if I'm being completely honest. It's been a fairly rough one. I'm hoping we just push for this capital and they'll go. Let's go, boys. SFO, we want you supporting here, please. Just go there and then support. In fact, let's just do that. Let's try and hunker around, see what we can do. That's our last supply hub. So we take that. That's them done. It has to be. They're on the absolute verge of war. We've managed to get Wi-Fi. I don't know if we're going to push down here further or if we go over and do some more shenanigans over here. Could be good to get more excavation just to be a bit more self-reliant in terms of resources, so we'll work on that with the construction. There's the capital, is that enough? Has to be. There we go. Wait, what? Tell me we have all of the war score. Tell me Russia's not going to demand anything. Oh my god, they are, aren't they? Tell me they're not going to. Don't do this to me, Russia. Nah, there's no way they'll be able to take it. Good. Navy, I'll take your navy. Fine. Okay. That was a long, hard-fought war. Like, that was a lot there. There was a lot going on. We have managed to inherit some equipment, but we are in a pretty substantial deficit. Now, we need to look around us at the whole NATO situation, who we can actually hit. So, Romania are not in NATO. That's incredibly tempting considering the resources they have, mainly the fuel. Croatia doesn't have too much to offer. Bulgaria was obviously one of our targets. But the problem we have is the whole NATO situation, and I don't know if we can do much about that. So yeah, NATO's kind of the biggest problem that's sort of stifling us just now. Austria's not in it, Slovakia, Switzerland. I'd love to attack Switzerland, just because we can. But yeah, I'm looking more at resources. I mean, my god, Austria and Switzerland have got precious metals, which we need. No, we don't. I lied. Bulgaria would have been nice on the way. Obviously, we want to attack Turkey, but it's not really an option. And then here we can assign a new scientist. So let's do that. We have a new GDP expansion there, which I am... How much over it are we? Because I don't want to take it for... We're probably fine. I'm going to do that because we do want to increase. We're not in that much of a deficit. We're not in that much of a deficit here. I am wondering if we sell, like... I don't really want to use any form of APCs. We have obviously a massive variety of tanks here. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of all our light tanks. I don't really want to use any of them. We're going to keep the Caber because that's self-made. Keep the IFVs. We'll keep all the IFVs. Yeah, we're probably going to want to keep them just in case. And we'll get rid of that. And we're going to put a high price. It's not much, but we'll get money if anyone actually comes for them. And there we go. Excellent. Oh my god, we're actually making money for the first time. Now the question is, do we... Oh. I guess the non-aggressions went with the war. Now the question is, are we looking towards Bosnia? Are we looking towards Croatia? Are we looking to... Are we looking to do this or are we not? I ask you as a wider community, what do you think we should push here? There's not too much more going on here that we're looking to interrupt. We're actually doing okay in terms of fuel. I'm gonna drop that and see how we go. We should be still okay. Yeah, we are. We did inherit some new ships. I forgot about that. 1 sub, or sorry, 3 subs. Is this our sub fleet? Nope, that's our sub fleet. And then you guys are gonna go in there, I think. Is that right? Yep, there we go. Some new ships. Free. Can never say no. SSN, no idea. I have no idea uniform. We've got a special project. Naval vessel. Okay, go for it. I see Greek resurgence. Ace now, how you doing? Something like that. We are getting kind of stifled by NATO, so that is it's probably going to long term sort of that's going to impact, isn't it? Let's be honest. You guys can probably return back home just now and we'll take them down. We don't want them in there. I am wondering if we should see if there's any more jets or fighters in the... There's nothing, there's just SAMs. Do we buy any? I don't think we do want any, do we? We'll let time play again. Here, did you get something? Oh! Do we want Panzer Expert or do we go combined? I always feel like the overall benefits to armour and mechanised as a whole is better than a 10% division defence. Although... Yeah, I'm going to go combined arms. Oh. They are buying our old equipment. How are we doing in terms of resources? Yeah, we're doing fine. And then deficits. We really do need to start producing some utility vehicles. It's insane how short we are. We are technically trying to produce some. We kind of need something on a bit of everything here. SPGs, how are we? Where's SPGs? What? Oh, self-powered. Okay, we are in a slight deficit. Apparently, support equipment, we're doing just fine. Don't know how that changed. Okay. Well, Ace, now I've got news for you, buddy. In fact, I don't think these are nuclear, if I'm completely honest with you. We can apparently upgrade and refill it. Oh, we've got a suspicious user here. Don't get to do this very often. Oh my god, let's do this. Goodbye, friend. So long. Mod starts with like ability. Yeah, Ace, we're actually doing okay now. Well, I mean, it's a bit of a mixed bag actually. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, but overall we're doing okay. We've literally just now. We have a positive income situation. We've not had that yet. And yes, the golden dot. Believe me, Ace now. We have a few Greek members in the community, and they have shown some information on the individual we have in charge, and the information we have received has let us know that they are and the best ways to describe them, sus. So we are aware. Speaking of being sus, do we go for Bosnia or do we go for Croatia next? What do you guys think? I don't know who's closer to maybe joining NATO. Who's got more resources that's going to benefit us? Of course, if we take Bosnia, we're going to have a much easier war against these guys, aren't we? Yeah, I think it's got to be Bosnia, doesn't it? I think Bosnia had... I mean, look at the supply here. Can you imagine what this war is going to be like? Fighting like for Dubrovnik, then having no supply up the coast, and then fighting along a long railway line. I think it has to be Bosnia's son. Do this manually. We just need to hope no one guarantees them. Our military is getting basically no time to rest, which is great. We'll get the boys into position. So tank-wise, I think we want to go straight for Sarajevo. We take that, we may be able to knock them a bit, and then we'll get our special forces maybe down here a little bit. Oh no, that's the wrong border. Get them here, and they can just push for probably towards Split, I reckon. And we'll try and do this with the old shock and awe. The Air Force, that's probably where we want them, if I'm honest. Right, probably put the speed up. There's not going to be too much more going on. We have our militias in there. Right, okay. Okay. Martin, how are you, mate? Look at you in your little bit triangle. How does that feel? So for all people conquering Serbia and integrating it into Greek, especially because I need to ties the Serbian Orthodox Church. Level of unexpected. Oh, really? Stock market crash. Oh dear. We're not going to do bailouts. We're not going to do bailouts. I'd rather they didn't like us. Going to do some research here because I think long term this will. In fact, let's do this because that can go on our choppers, can't it? We'll do that. Let time pass. Again, we are technically making money, guys. We're out of our. We've balanced the books. What can we say? Their army is under-equipped massively, so hopefully this is just a bit of printing XP. We are going to attack influence again by... The Germans have so much influence on us. Good God. Yeah, I think we need to keep doing that just now. We need to just pray and hope that no one guarantees and no one joins NATO here. There's no guarantees here, so that's good. At some point, obviously, what's their... should have checked their GDP if it's going to massively impact... Are going. Oh, an office is open. Do we want to go for an office? The president of the central bank. I feel like there will be some incredible irony if we go for this, right? I think we need to. We're the president of the European Central Bank. We've had bailouts from about every country that could offer it, and I believe the IMF have also. So, Gaines president of Europe, we get extra PP. Our foreign investment cost and the duration is reduced. That was right from one of the most extreme Eurosceptics. Yep, here we are. Let's draft a new budget. Let's get people upset. It's a huge budget, man. 1100 PP total expenses, 281 billion. Can we do anything? Well, I don't know what half this means. At the end of the negotiations, the reward, the drafting. I mean, sure, I'll click that. I have no idea what all this does, so if anyone wants to chime in and advise me, I'm happy to accept some guidance here. Logistics-wise, we're so low on utility vehicles. It's actually criminal how bad we are. I feel like we need to do more productivity, and I mean, we need factory output desperately. Like, it's actually insane how badly we need it. Fire and forget. I mean, let's do it. Okay, we're just literally sitting preparing for war now. We're trying not to trade too much so that we can... We really should be repairing, shouldn't we? My God, look at this. I realised it would have been a lot quicker just to, quite honestly, move the two of them to the bottom. The fort's not that important. Everything else is probably a little more important. Religious groups request. They already kind of like us the max, so I'll pay the cheaper amount. And then we probably want any factories, etc. to be repaired sooner rather than let our supply hub as well. Good God, we're going to need that. And do we need that? We need this one as well. Right. That's kind of near the top. That's our priority here. Combat foreign influence is probably one of our next sort of bets. I cannot believe we are the president of the bank. We're about to get on our research slot, which is excellent. Alexis Tsipras becomes leader of Syriza. This one partly referred to the party making one of the youngest political parties. Is this us? Or is it someone else? Syriza? Is that someone else? Syriza. Left. Oh God. We have construction engineer. What? Is that for repairing? We need the free repair, don't we? Where's that again? Construction repair, that's what we want. Didn't even realise that we didn't have that. And we've got a research slot. Again, I feel like we desperately need more productivity and output. So it's probably in here, right? Factory out. Yeah, we need output so bad. We're so low in equipment. The other option, obviously, is that we do that and then maybe just keep our tanks on the maximum amount. How's that looking? We're still 1,200 short. We do that, we're still 1,000 short, yes. Let's just do that. Good God. Again, we need to pray no one guarantees them. We're upgrading our targeting pods, which means our choppers, etc. are going to be massively upgraded. But I think we're going to pour a lot of effort just now into production. Like a lot. Here, light helicopters and planes, we're upgrading them. Let's go for speed and reliability first. That's fine, right. We do have enough XP for some new doctrine shenanigans. I think here we probably want to take one of these. Max planning, reconnaissance, or initiative. I like reconnaissance and initiative, we'll go for that. Okay. Good evening, Fred, how are you? That fortress does not receive any funding. Yeah, we kind of got the vibe from other chatters that this man that we are currently stuck playing as is a bit of a... He's a bit of a character, to say the least. Now, our military spending is technically higher than it needs to be. There's 1.9 billion. So if we decrease that to the minimum we need, we're going to save, what, 200? That's not really worth it, is it? Increase our stability, though. Productivity is obviously going to go down. It's worth 200? Not really. Maybe once we've done expanding, like once we take Croatia and Bosnia, we can maybe entertain the thought. Central left, basically. They have ties to Russia, though, and we don't like that. We are looking to be our own sort of entity here, so we probably want to do some of these. We probably want to do that as well, just for a bit more nationalism. Because we are actually, I don't know if we'd be able to form a government just now. There's obviously no elections, which helps. But we are losing. So once we've repaired everything here, we probably want to change our focus to... Where did all that money come from? Oh, we have to take a... What's changed? What the hell changed? What did I do? I'm not entirely sure what just changed. I'm not paying... I won't lie, I'm not paying close enough attention to know. I will increase the hard attack of ATGMs, please. The Enosis Union of Cyprus with Greece in this mod. Is that something you can do? Because technically we have already done that, I believe. Maybe you can help me, Ace, now. I'm not that familiar with this mod. Hey, Fred, it's pretty good. We kind of realised, like, I'm not that experienced with this mod, and the general chat was that I probably should have disabled NATO for this playthrough. Which I obviously have, in fact, not done. What's going on here? Yeah, it's kind of going that way, Ace, now. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of not sure what the crack's going to be long term. How long have we got here? Got about 20 days. Right, good. Equipment wise, how are we? We're fine for that. Are we still producing artillery? Oh, we've got new helicopters. The helico, we need to change the name manually, don't we? The Helico Series 4. We've had some nice upgrades here. Nice. And the Dory also received some upgrades, I guess. I think it's the Dory 3, right? The Dory 3. Anything else? Nope. I think we are good on that front. Right. Everything else, there's upgrades, there's builds going on. I'm going to put that to the top as a priority. We still need IFEs though, don't we? Well, we're not that short in them. MBTs were fine. APCs I want to get rid of. I don't know where we're using them. But it isn't yet NATO, so it makes sense. Here's Montenegro. It's annoying. Bulgaria joined just as we got a war goal on them. That would have been obviously a lovely bit of expansion there with the extra oil and just the basic resources you need, so we didn't have to trade for them. But hey ho, here we are. We are going to trade with... Man, you can just tell with who we're trading with how our playthrough is going, right? We need to trade with who we trade with to survive here. You lads aren't in the air. I don't want to put... Where'd all these bloody planes come from? They've obviously got them from wars, so I think those are the only two we use. I'm happy to just sell everything here for the highest possible cost. We'll make a little bit of money from it. We're not going to use them. There we go. I was about to say Ireland, but it's not Ireland, it's the Ivory Coast. I'll take that, and that should give us a tiny bit of money. Massive naval buffs. Yeah, it's kind of... NATO's kind of got involved at bits and, yeah, dove in. Right, so here no one's going to help Bosnia. We've pretty much got free reign. The conquering is ready. We're going to sell everything we can to everyone we can. We just want to be making as much money as we can. Right, so here, air's going to go straight up. We've got two you lads there. Air superiority, and then CAS. We are going to immediately just... I think we're going to just push with you guys and then support an attack. We will declare war. No one here is getting involved. Job done. There we go. And then we're going to support attack. Support attack. Support attack. Support attack. Put the speed down again, just so we can keep an eye on sort of micro. I think we're going to break and probably push Sarajevo pretty quick here. I'll honestly be... War readiness. We need to... 39%, man. This needs to be a lot quicker than the war against Serbia. I think it is going to be they're not really standing up to us at all here, are they? Again, here we just need to keep pushing production here as much as we can. Naval, we're not doing that. Here's our MBTs. Oh, we've got so much work to do. I would like to produce our own MBTs, so I might commit like 1 or 2 research slots to that just now. Here we go, though, we're about to break the front. That's nice. Maybe get a few encirclements. Again, the lower we keep casualties here, the better. It's not letting me open up the war screen. That's interesting, I guess. Could we not just move here and take that? Okay then. Turns out they're being pretty stubborn here, but we're knocking them back pretty much all fronts. You two hit here just to pin / distract. They have just completely abandoned the front. What? If these guys hadn't moved the wrong way, this would have been interesting to say the least. They have kind of pulled back to Sarajevo. Supply here is not fantastic, it has to be said. We might be cancelling the tank attack for now. Maybe you guys can push here and just take that from them. You guys can go to there. There we go. You guys can support that but not commit. And then I think we're just going to continue reducing the fuel consumption that we need. How is our fuel? We didn't actually check that. Our power. Oh my god, we're way over. Holy crap. Damn. We could technically just turn off our nuclear power plant, I think. Might as well leave it on. Well, we can look at this after the war. Here we want to push, try and encircle these guys. It's only one division, but it's better being gone than anything else. We're going to just quickly organise this again. You guys can form up here. Tanks can form up there. That's fine. They are countering us, right? Can we see the losses? This is bugged. It's not letting us look at the war. Great. So here's pretty easy push here. Go for there next. But only with you. You're going to push to there. You're going to push to there. You're going to hit them just to pin them, and then we'll send reinforcements in the form of supporting attacks from here. These guys have got nothing there, we're going to plough through them. And then let's just hit this capital with literally everything we have. There we go. Again, we're looking for a swift win here. We kind of need it. We'll combat foreign influence, we'll keep this up, just trying to garner a bit of independence in that front. Here we're going to control it, support attack, sorry. Let the front reorganise itself. If we take, again, I can't check anything. If it's the yeah, well that's kind of the hope here, I guess. Ace. It would be nice if that is the case. Here we're sort of spreading our wings and trying to disrupt. Definitely looks like it's going to be a lot easier this time. Yeah, we're doing just fine here. And it's amazing what you do with just 100 fighters in the air, right? Again, we're taking what I think might be the sort of second city, if you want to call it that. I think this is over. I think this is definitely over. We get a war goal here, or is that too much? There's 75, let's just do it. We'll get these wars out of the way and then we can sit and rebuild and think about what we want to do. Can you guys pin here? Yep, you guys pin here. Oh my god, it's not a pin, that's taking a free tile. Done. I think we take this for ourselves. I don't see why we wouldn't. Yeah. Right, then we're going to just do the obvious here, which is man this front. We're just going to get this done. Again, no one's guaranteeing them or nothing. They're just got non-aggressions. Right, supply hub is... It's just Zagreb. The supply here is absolutely atrocious, so we're going to have to take that. This is going to be awful. This is going to be absolutely awful. Isn't it? Supply hub there, supply hub there. Right, okay. So you guys, we're going to get a couple of you there. A couple of you there, so there's probably 2 of them there. And then a couple of them there. I think that's going to be the plan. And then you guys can hold. And we'll just get rid of that just now. And we'll put you both there. Right. Good. Another successful war. Obviously got a pretty steep debuff now when we go to war. So we've got one more war here and then I think we'll probably be chilling unless we want to take Romania. But I'm not sure if we do want to take Romania. Could we take Romania? There's another question. And of course, but would it be better if you had mountaineering troops for Bosnia because you're in the whole... possibly, but I don't know if there is. I don't think there is mountaineers in this mod, is there? Happy to be proven wrong. Like we have our special forces here. I think they're the sort of equivalent of mountaineers. They're kind of good at a bit of everything. But we've got a lot of marines in here as well. We could actually probably beef these guys up, right? It'd be nice to put an attack helicopter in them. Why haven't we done this? A light recce company uses... Yeah, let's do this. We don't really have... we don't have some of the equipment we want here, but let's do that. These guys can get a bit of a beef up. Probably should have done that a while ago. Like logistics, we're short on attack helicopters, but they're being produced domestically. We're fine for tanks. We still need APCs somehow, but I don't know what uses them. Unless they're garrisons. I guess they're garrisons. Something I'm really not sure if it is. Right, I'm not using these, and it bothers me that they're here. This is definitely our garrisons. So what is using APCs that I've just not paid attention to? Something's using APCs. Is it you guys? IFVs. APCs. There they are. That's what we want. We do that, I think we've just eliminated the need for APCs, I think. Yeah, we have. Have we? Yeah, then we can sell, I think, all of the APCs. We have no need for them. APC, APC, yeah, all APCs. And high price. There we go. We're just fully IFVs. Don't use APCs here. There we go. Some of them are going to Ethiopia. Lovely. At least sort of as a NATO now. I joined in 2004. Well, they're not in here, and that's what really matters to us. But I think once we take Croatia, we're probably gonna chill a little bit. Again, Slovenia is a nice sort of border. I wonder, do we take Slovenia and maybe make them a buffer? Maybe that's the play. But I feel like we don't really need this. Like, some of the resources here are obviously nice, and an extra 8 fuel's not going to go amiss. I mean, Hungary's in NATO, aren't they? Yeah. So Romania is probably our only real... I mean, we could be really spicy and do some expansion in that direction. But, I mean, steel's not something we really need. Again, we're just pushing productivity here as much as we can. I don't want to upgrade railways. I don't say we need a massive need for that. I'll get some of the experience buffs. Article 5 situation. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if you can restore the Byzantine sort of empire fully in this mod. I just saw the flag at one point. We should probably... Have we finished repairing? Not quite. So we don't really want to remove that yet, if I'm honest. Aircraft experimentation. I think we can now research planes, and getting our own plane up in there would be absolutely massive. My God, we can. We're 100% doing our own plane. That's the next project. Upgrade our MBTs and new planes. That's what I mean. So I'm asking you guys, do you think it's good to set up Slovenia perhaps as a border state, as a puppet? I'm thinking that could be a good play, actually. The Beijing Olympics is done. We're going to continue attacking influence here and just degrading them where we can. Then trade with... Oh! Germany, sorry. Getting quite a number of civs back here, which is lovely. Look at that. 8 civs now available. We're making 1.3 billion. Lovely. Greece lost cruisers down probably around 1550s, depending on. So good to see you, man. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. There is I think there's some focuses here and there we could take. Nationalised resources. I mean, 20% extra resources for 10 stability is kind of, I don't really want to trade with some of these folks, and I'd love to do this, but I think strike Bulgaria would be great as well, obviously. We can't take NATO, though. To even contemplate anything involving NATO would need to be cozy with Russia, The other option here is if we go down the NATO route, or if we go down this way. We could do some navy business, do some of this for... Maybe we do... In fact, I'm making the decision. Repairs are not that important, right? If we go... We're getting bonuses for our air, and we need to catch up in there. We're so far behind. We're so far behind. We're finally in a position where we're not terribly reliant. If we're in war, we are reliant, obviously. But right now we can be building a lot of stuff, and we want to build some commercial shenanigans. But we're making money. It's kind of massive. Kind of massive. Preparing for war here again. We want no one to be guaranteeing them, and we have just under 100 days left. That's okay. Here we're way short on IFVs, but that's fine. Might stop producing supply equipment for a bit and really focus on IFVs and utility. I think that's a good move, but also been massively... Manpads, we've got thousands of them, so let's just stop that for now, and we'll get all in on IFVs and utility. I mean, we need to way reduce this. It's insane, our deficit of utility vehicles. And this is going to be a crappy war, although they have, like... Their army's pretty shoddy, put it that way. Purchased aircraft, that's good. We're going to get buffs there. We're going to go for refined doctrine, and then I think we'll go for this, and we'll get massive bonuses for our air research. We've got 118. Okay, we're going to go for... I guess we're going for air superiority just now. Should be okay. Although aren't we researching something that gives us buffs to this? Have I read that correctly? Or was I being a penis? 30% reduction, so we're wasting it, yeah. I didn't read that at all. I didn't read anything to do with that European debt crisis. Should I have read that? I didn't. I genuinely looked at nothing. I'm going to guess I should have. I was too busy toying with goings-ons. Interest rate of Finland and Italy is 12%, 14%. Sweden, 10%. Economy's going to take a toll. I have no idea. This is about the longest playthrough I've ever done in Millennium Dawn, so apparently we're doing naval research. It's all very exciting right now. Here we are doing... This is for IFV's production effort. Okay. Cool. There's construction done. We're going to go for extraction because we're just trying to be a little more self-reliant in terms of resources. We have 11 civilian factories available. That is very exciting. Refined doctrine has been done, and then for this we need to do both of these, so we've got a lot more time there. So that means we should be able to now go in and take a new doctrine. Let's see, it's 30% off. That's good. And here we could do army defense plus 25%. 20% breakthrough. What? That's absolutely wild. I'm obviously going to take that. That is massive. Nanofibers to be... No, we're basically caught up. We could go for this and then get another excavation. Is that our priority? I should get some more population. What is our growth monthly? 500 growth monthly. That's not terrible. We're keeping all of these balanced. GDP. So we're quite a bit away from our next upgrades here. That's fine. Well, Ace, one thing's for sure. I guess we're not too far from finding out. We're still losing money just now, but it's a bit of a fluctuating market on that front right now. We're kind of up to date with a few things. I'm tempted just to do this, or do we... I don't really want to do medium aircraft. We're about to get buffs for like all of the research here, so I might just wait on that. MBTs, do we just... I mean, I'm definitely not going to use diesel engines, am I? Tank weapons. I mean, I feel like that's something we're gonna have to do. Right. 40 days left. No one's guaranteeing them, so yeah, I think we're gonna hit an awkward point now in terms of expansion, where we're probably getting towards the limits of what we can basically do. That's a bit poo. Fighters, do I stick some more up for more XP? There's not really a reason, is there? This will probably be enough to do what we need to do here. Action affects economy, affects stability, especially on overrate. Are you talking real life, Ace, or are you talking in game? We're going for that because we definitely want that research bonus. Definitely want that research bonus. Doctrine wise here, I think there's some small ones we can get. Like we can get some more planning, speed and maximum planning. We'll take them. Even though we're not really planning here, it's more just a quick smash and grab. I don't want to all out attack here, but I want to start trying to save equipment and manpower really. Not sure about actually if the mod per situation. Yeah, Ace, this is my deepest playthrough in terms of time, so I don't know. I mean this suggests you're talking pish in the nicest way possible. We have increased consumer confidence and we've just entered an economic boom. So that's great. That's kind of good, I guess. I am tempted to just get some more nationalist support here. The military does not like us. Probably need to do stuff about that, right? The military really does seem to extensively dislike us. We probably want to do something about that. Or we change them. So who have we got? Small and medium business owners. There's some nice buffs there actually. That's very nice. The clergy love us, which we're not going to change. We need to do stuff for the military though. So what's the best way and the quickest way we can do this? We need to get the military on side. So do we build? If folks have any ideas or suggestions for that, please let me know. I do think we're going to trade here and try and get some naval XP, do some convoy raiding. We're going to go all in this war. How long we got? Oh, 2 days. Right. There we go. So, we're going to trade for oil with the US this time. Keep them sweet. We're going to do that. We are going to convoy raid. We're going to get our air up. We're going all out here. We are going to declare war again. No one is they're all improving relations, but no one's guaranteeing them, which is their loss. And then here we are basically going to get you boys on the get-go. You boys are going to quickly take that, and the other supply hub is here, so we're just going to completely converge on that. Yeah, they're public war readiness. Oh, but that reminds me, we are going to take the war sport campaign. We are absolutely steamrolling here. Can we just do this? Boys might as well stay here. Take the islands. We're pushing towards their capital. I think I'm looking, and you guys could probably quite easily do that, and then cut towards the coast and just break them in half. Taking the islands. Nice. Doing a bit of convoy. Wait, why is no one just pushing for the north? I think we'll just split the country in half. This could be done. It's somehow not done. Devonar. Are they done? They just... I can't open this. Is this going to be permanently bugged? Because if so, I'm very much tempted to just reload this and see if we can get rid of that. I'll keep attacking here because we want XP. I might kind of try and get our military to get a bit more experience here. Let's just push every tile we can, get as much experience as we can. We're about to get our thick research bonus for our planes, which is what we want. You guys can push there, you guys can all push there. There we go. A lend lease, I'll take any free equipment you want to send me, my friends. You guys can push there. Again, XP. I'm all about it. We're about to hit a fuel surplus. Let's reduce that massively. There we go. Trains, guns, other equipment. Perfect. So, Croatia, we want to take all of it, obviously, and then the Navy, we will also take all of it, and we're just taking Croatia for ourselves. Now, what's your guys' thoughts? Do we take Slovenia and set them up as a puppet? No one seems to care about them. I think this could be a good move. I think we're going to do that. This is my thinking. We set them up as a puppet and then we don't have a land border with Italy or Austria. Although Austria is also a route of expansion. And they have they're more attractive in terms of resources. So many options. So many options. Supply hubs here. We want to push from here and go through basically. Might try and avoid using tanks here. Do this and then that. You guys can push for here. Navy, we can just recall you just now, though you can go back out and raid them eventually, and the Air Force, much the same. We can move to... fine there. There we go. Are we making money? We're losing money. That's not ideal. Our GDP's went up. Massively. Both of them, obviously. And naval-wise, what did we get there? 5 just... sort of small ships, corvettes. But it's an increase in size in our navy for free. Didn't have to produce them. That's fine by me. So I'm going to guess there is no way for me to core all of this then. It's kind of disappointing. Combat foreign influence, want to keep doing that as much as we can. We're looking good here. I mean, Romania, do we just because we can? Or is that just silly? Still short on IFVs, but we are producing them. SPGs, artillery. We're getting there. Facility without a research. It's another land one. We might as well. Infantry equipment. Oh, nice. So it's got 3 of them now, so we should be able to start producing some nice breakthroughs there. And research, we don't have any more we can expand, right? It's 50k you need. 50k. I mean, see if we take Romania, we probably enter the GDP quote for upgrading to another research slot. That is something that perhaps makes it considerably more tempting. Air doctrine, I thought we had 70. We do have another bonus. Navy wise, we could do. We have Marines in our. We do have Marines in our forces, so we might as well doing that. The part of our special forces is like 50% Marines. Oh, we've got some more medals to present. I think I'm going to go for org. I just can't really see past org. Like, I know there's probably things that are... I know there's probably better ways, but I literally can't see past it. The tanks, I might just take attack. Or breakthrough. Breakthrough would be better, right? Did you see our tank division there? How many different countries' tanks we have? There's Leopard 2s, M84s, T55s, T80s. This is a bit more acceptable. Different systems. That's not even terrible. That's insane. Oh, it's even worse. Look at that. There's French, German, Russian, Slovakian, Serbian, you name it. Everyone just mixed together. Let's get rid of that. I think we're going to end up attacking Romania here. The thing is, I don't think we'll ever actually be able to fight NATO. Like, I don't think we have the population, the economy, or the manpower, or the actual military infrastructure behind us to do that. Daily nationalist support for lack of PP. And we lose 5% stability. How is our 40% is not great, is it? It's on the decrease. There's maybe some debuffs we need to try and get rid of, right? Yeah, I think a military incursion into Slovenia is something we're going to do to set up a buffer state that we will have as a puppet. I've never had a puppet in this mod, so I don't know what that means for us sort of long term, but I'm sure it'll be great. Right, the next option we have is the goings on here, and then obviously we don't have any access to any of this EU stuff. So we've got here, exclusive funding. I don't know what this means. Extensive funding for the ELAM. 5%. So these seem like pretty poor debuffs here. We've got some NATO shenanigans we can do in their stuff here. So we can trade with Iran, trade with Russia, and trade with China. We can nationalise resources, so we get 20% extra resources, but we'll lose 10% stability. So 20% extra here. It's not going to change anything really, is it? Despite the resources and strategic relation for troop movement positioning, while essentially delaying an incursion into yours. I can't see any negatives to it just now, Ace, if I'm completely honest. I feel like it's something that we should be doing. Are we going to basically take this focus for no reason then? Yeah, the focuses we've kind of... This is where we have a massive decision to make. There's a huge decision here. Do we maintain our Western alignment, or do we move towards the sort of Russian situation? It's so awful, but I feel like cozying up to Russia is probably the only way we will be able to do anything in terms of versus NATO, right? It makes me feel uncomfortable saying it, but it feels like the way of this. Turkish naval race. One for you, 10 for me. Mama, how are you anyway, Deb? Appreciate the double viewership. This has no effect, and I mean, they kicked us out of NATO. I feel like there is no point in taking this. I mean, that's very tempting. Bonus to MBTs is very tempting too. We'll make the US hate us. To Russia for world conquest. Bypass. Okay. That's that then. Russian alignment. Guarantees in exchange for corporate. Let's just do this. This is what we need to do, but I think you're right, Fred. Fred in our chats basically said that we're going to play the game. We're playing the game here. We're wanting production growth, so that's what we're going for. I need to look into our air. We need to get our air stuff done. We need to get our... Oh, that's going to upgrade our choppers a good bit, I think. Which is obviously very exciting. 50% bonus here. Let's do this. Start producing our own homemade aircraft. And that's going to... Yeah, we need to do that. Has to be done. We're years away from making it, but it's still very exciting. We're going to cancel this just now. We're on the brink of balancing the simplified designs protection. Yes, to that. Are we making money? We are making almost 2 billion. We're making almost 2 billion a week. How's that changed so much? Our interest and our debt's massively decreased, probably because our GDP is so much higher. Has to be. We've got maximum sort of worker fulfillment. That's glorious. Damn. I don't think they probably do. Oh, Russia rejects. Oh, I didn't. I should have asked them to. Should have cozied up them with some. God damn it. I was paying no attention. How far back a save have we got? 13th of April. 1st of April. Oh, I was paying no attention. I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm gonna do it. I should have improved relations. There doesn't need to be sad priests yet. The financial crisis. Yeah, you have to laugh at it, Ace. You really do have to laugh. By the way, Ace, if you do want to catch up on anything, there I basically did a quick edit and timestamp of the VOD on YouTube. If it's something you do want to get caught up with. So I think what we're going to do is improve relations and see if we can cozy up here and try and get them to accept. Because obviously it'll be huge if they can accept that. I don't know what we need to get that to that. I mean, that might be enough. I'm not entirely sure. Damn it. Does that make them like us more? Can we... I don't think we can... I think we might be screwed here, right? I'll try it once more. You, sir. Oh, I feel very blessed. Hashtag blessed, Ace. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm trying to just edit these together, streamline them, so if anybody wants to maybe catch up or can't catch a stream live, you can jump on YouTube and go through it, and I'm timestamping what I anticipate or I reflect upon being an interesting outcome. So I'm not really sure here what to do about Russia. We obviously want them to like us. We can't make them like us anymore. I don't think this will make any difference. I think we maybe just left it too late. Why do they dislike us? Can we... Different outlook, that's it. I think they're just going to say no, which is a shame. The only other thing we could maybe do is... Is that going to make them like us more? It's going to give them more sway. There's nothing else here we can do in terms of... No, not really. Well, that's that then. Russians have said no. Oh well. That's that. What the hell is this? Okay. How are we looking? Still short on IFVs and attack helicopters and mounted ADGM. I don't think we're even producing mounted ADGMs. Wow, they're 1965. We need to probably need to work on that. Could probably cancel these SPGs, but I'd rather get a surplus of a good few hundred. And I really do wonder if we should produce, like, just... Do we just produce some older IFVs? It's tempting. Caber V1, Caber V2. 4.35 production cost. 5.1. There's not that much in it, is there? Maybe it's not worth the... sort of general effort. I think we need to keep this going and want to keep combat and influence. Attack Italy. Right, how much longer we got here? 70 days. I think this could be a very quick war here. Oh, it's because we reloaded this, didn't we? That's what it is. Damn. That's a shame. I'll do a wee save because we've not really done one in a while. We'll just call this stream 2 and I'll gradually update it as we kind of go. I think Russia offering us like guarantees and whatnot there was probably the only way that we could do anything sort of truly out there in terms of NATO. So that's a bit sad. Our navy is largely out of date. That's fine. I think we have another air doctrine we can take. Air support, excellent, that's what we want. Ground attack. Those are the two things that we want here. They can't even man their full board. This is going to be pretty straightforward, I think. Pretty straightforward. Russian military cooperation. So that gives us land doctrines, bonuses, denounce NATO. I don't know if we're ready to do both of those. Could just be a bit too steep for us just now, really. I'm tempted to take this. 10% stability is a lot though, isn't it? There's pretty much nothing else we can do. We're almost towards the end of the tree, aren't we? Which is kind of sad. Unless we do some... I mean, maybe we should have taken this first. Do I go back, cancel the focus, and take that on that save, which has probably now been overwrited, right? 1st of April? Yeah. Yeah, it's been over... That's what we should have done. We should have just cancelled the focus. Could have done that for an extra bolster of trade. I'm going to go for these just now then. So we take these guys, puppet them, and then we maybe look at Romania And then there's Moldova, and I don't know. Ukraine's obviously a weird one because that's technically free expansion, but that would just be warmongering. However, they have all of the resources you'd want. They have more oil. There's obviously precious metals. We could become a bit of a trading, not a god obviously, but an interesting character. I am wondering if we should maybe we should strategically invest here. There's obviously some fuel there, so do we strategically invest and increase the infrastructure? They're saying no. That's that then. I wonder if anyone likes us around. Bulgaria likes us. That's kind of ironic. They really like us. We're trade partners for trade agreement and diplomatic support. We could non-aggression them. Is that Phil Mitchell? I'm sorry, is that Phil Mitchell? Can anyone who knows who Phil Mitchell is tell me that at a glance that Toxic, that's all I needed to know. I'm not imagining things. That 100% looks like Phil Mitchell, right? Okay, I'm going to have to Google this. Damian Kambarov. Is this a real guy? Right, Damian Kambarov. Spells it wrong. Kambarov. There's a Facebook profile. That's it. Okay, that's Phil Mitchell. No one's going to tell me otherwise. No one. Okay, I'm not honestly too sure who we can invest in. I guess we'll maybe invest with Ukraine if they'll let us. Nope, okay. Does anyone like us enough to let us invest? Bulgaria, Russia. No one else really likes us. Bloody hell. Crimea, mate? Oh, they're just Russia now. Okay. I mean, I suppose we make money from this long term, don't we? Bulgaria, we don't really have an option. Are they the maximum? They've been... I guess they've been blitzed by the EU then. 25 billion if we build that. Bloody hell. 12 billion for a sieve. Let's do that then. Renewable energy. 17 billion. Oh, we'll build some agriculture, that'll do. Oh, a lot of experience getting used here. Utilised. Air doctrine, we've kind of hit our point where we can't do much else there. Here we are just about ready to go. I think we'll just do a full trade, you name it, everything. So, convoy raiding again. Our air is in position and ready to go up. We have one airbase there that's enough for one of you guys, so right next door. We're now trading with Russia, which makes me go a bit like, ooh. I really want to take that, but trade with Iran. Really, really getting all the good guys to like us here, aren't we? Phil Mitchell, man, that's so... We're going to keep attacking influence, though we want that as low as we can. Oh, our civs are free. Wait, we have 25 civs. What? No. $13 civs is a bit more reasonable. Might actually be worth our while investing in some construction now, though, so it's kind of exciting, isn't it? And again, I think we need to keep taking this as often as we can just to try and keep our nationalism a little bit higher. Because it's getting slowly, like ever so slowly chipped away. I still can't believe we're president of the European Bank. It's kind of wild actually, isn't it? What can we do here? Can we use this? If we click that, what happens? This is something I don't understand. I don't really know much about. Available European Union. So how do you do the European Federation? It's not actively considering an agenda. Russia or China is not allowed 5% of the lands in Greece. Past the EU Council. The federalisation of the EU. So to see this, I want to do a playthrough of this. Wow, there's so many things you need to pass before. Wow. Wow. Look how much is going on there. My God, there's such a process here, isn't there? Of things that you need to pass and get through. I guess, can we pass this? Pass. There we go. Justification is complete. Anyway, back to war. So here, no one's guaranteeing them again. We are going in. I honestly think that we just want to do this and get this over with as quick as we can. We'll get some more air XP, obviously. Wouldn't say no to that. But I think they're just done. They have nothing here. I am also going to button streamer. I know it's technically a little bit gamey considering they're pretty much already done. But that's okay. We're going to have another facility here we've inherited. Good times. Another ground facility. Wow. Okay. Don't have the PP for that. And then when this pops, we're going to make a puppet. Now that that's done, what are you guys thinking about Romania? Is it overkill if we go take them? They're technically between Russia and the Western and Russian alignment. They're a bit of a grey area. I feel like we should. It's only 120 days. The other thing we are going to encounter though is they have a much more competent army. Supply here is going to be absolutely horrendous. Like, awful. This could end up being a long, drawn-out war. Maybe it's a massive mistake. There we go. So, we want to puppet Slovenia. All of it. Right? Confiscates foreign factories rate for 1,095 days. Add resource rights? If they're a puppet, it doesn't matter, right? No, that's fine. We don't want to do any of this, do we? We do that. That's it, right? Not much experience puppeting. I normally just, I honestly normally just take it myself. But that's it, right? With no navy to take or anything. So Slovenia has now been puppeted. So they're a puppet. Yeah, there we go. Fascist. Adam Medved. He sounds nice. Right, here we're doing pretty well for equipment except mounted ATGMs. We still need IFVs and we still need attack helicopters. So we're getting there slowly.
Well,
Cliche.
hello there.
The Hupig slide, the Hupig slide, the Hupig slide.
Cliche, welcome back for 44 months. Your dehers never get old, man. Hope you're doing well. How goes life? Welcome back. What are we doing here? What are we doing long term? I don't know, I feel kind of lost. This is going to be a shit show here. They actually have a pretty large army, don't they? 14 to 26 divisions. They have a real mix here. I just realised we've taken no military, what do you call them? That's not what I want. What am I trying to do here? This is what I want. I mean, we've literally neglected this almost entirely. I'm super right now, but it's all good. Just our president's deranged. Oh, Cliche, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I didn't know too many people sort of IRL that were being affected by goings-ons, but I'm really sorry to hear that, man. That is really shit. Ah, man. Sorry to hear that, broski. We have 1,000 convoys. What the hell we need 1,000 convoys for? Jesus. Would have been nice if they were buying convoys, but here we go. Just buying the fighters. Trade with Iran is done. Again, some elusive company right there. I don't want to... I don't want to cozy too much up to China, etc. I guess we're just going to trade with them now then. I think a war right now with Romania is going to be a mistake. I'm just going to put that out there, so I'm going to cancel that. I don't think we're ready. They actually have a pretty big army and there is no supply here. Like, this will be an absolute dead zone. We'll be fighting along the supply lines. Slowly but surely. Unless I create some like small, like really minimally organised divisions that we can use as almost like throwaways, like these guys. Maybe other APCs, aren't they? Unless I just make like a new infantry division that's like 10 combat with, and we just use them to try and plough through the north. I don't know. State's really good on employment and job search services. Well, cliche man, I hope it doesn't come to that. I know you've been there a wee while, assuming that you're at the same place you were before. And I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Hope it comes good for you. Right. You guys are all trained, right? Yeah, you are. It's fine. And then hopefully, soon enough, not miles away, we're going to begin. Wow, they're buying all of it. We're making money now. Excavations came in. Okay, we're going to air. We're doing that finally, and then here we really need to push through some of these. I don't really want to produce a subpar plane. I want to go straight in with like something that the nation can be proud of. 20. Oh, cliche. That's ass, man. That's really, really ass. Division org. I'm not saying no to more org. Equipment cost multiplier. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Are we going to nationalise the resources? Ah, let's just do it right. Nah. I don't know. I'm so torn on that one. Chinese alignment. I mean, we're literally at a point where we might as well use our focuses. Air doctrine. We don't have another buff. No, we don't. So Romania is probably the next calling. Are we making? We don't make any money at all from Slovenia. I was hoping that there could be something like. I wonder if we just they won't give us garrison support. We could probably eventually request forces. We have 30% influence in them. Yeah, we'll just leave that as is. Got a nice puppet there, that's fine. So Romania is probably the next one. Oh, mate. That's rough biscuits. Here again, super boring. Just take an org. And then here, org. Right. What else we got going on? Nationalist. I'm just going to keep taking that just now because I just want to try and cement our position. And then here we're going to attack influence from Germany. Right. There we go. So we're going to switch our support now away from this and move towards actually trying to create some pretty sound, like our own planes basically. Near modern, we're not miles from that, and would have a bonus. We could immediately. Could be good doing that early, right? Yeah. Let's do that early. Because if we immediately put in a modern engine on one of our planes, it's going to make it a lot easier to upgrade. We're about to hit our own, they're not modern tanks, but we're going to be able to start producing our own tanks of a reasonable standing, which I don't see as being a bad thing. Get a bonus to MBTs, why not? Why not? Got a lot of work to do for tanks, though. We've barely got Cold War guns, 1945 weapons. So what happens when you've got Nepois research, though, right? I think we're going to have to go all in on the tank front. Like, switch everything we can there and just start producing our own tank, ideally. Still making money. I think I might take the advice that we had on YouTube, though, to maybe just start producing some easy, cheap throwaway equipment, e.g. our IFVs. Some of our older ones, maybe just produce them en masse, keep one factory in it, and just once a year, you know, sell the surplus. That's that tank done. We're about to get a research bonus for that. So in the meantime, guess we'll go for some ERA upgrades. Makes sense. And here we've got bonuses. Research bonus or reliability bonus. A lot of researching to do. Reduce autonomy in Slovenia. Oh, cool. We can do that by. That's cool. Right. Condemn the US. Do I want to do that? Definitely don't want to do that yet. If we do this, the US are going to hate us and they'll probably get involved wherever we go, I imagine. I'm tempted to take these just to push through and we'll get a little bit of extra stability, so I think we have to. There's the early Cold War gun. We're going to have to upgrade that for a medium gun or light gun. 40% bonus is pretty sweet, obviously. Now there's the question, do we produce some simple tanks then upgrade on top of them? High caliber, low velocity guns. Medium tank guns. Let's go medium. Welded turret. Go revolver. Fine. Complex armor, early war, composite versus steel. So we put that in just now and then we can compare here. That was way better. Just slower. Turbocharged V12 it is. Battle station. We don't have the experience right now. Well, that dream's dead for now. So that's cool. We don't have a company for this, do we? No, we don't. That's very sad. We do have a company for these guys and they're being upgraded as they go. Right. Okay, fuel wise we're kind of close. Attack influence from, I'm not really bothered about that low influence they have, so we're finally, well, I'd like to do that. For 200 we can do this, and then that's going to make the military like us, right, which is something we desperately want to do. So we're definitely going to do that. Or do we have that? Got a research project here. We're going for advanced ballistic. Okay. All sounds very fancy. So again, if anyone has any knowledge of this mod, is there anything... the Moscow Governmental University in Armenia, okay. Is there anything I can do to like undermine NATO or possibly like... possibly do some shenanigans? Hey Kyle, how you doing, man? Can't believe how much stuff there is here. Right, so global expenses, EU budget growth rate, add 2 points. Budget natural resources rate, add 2 points. Total PP, add 100. Administration subsidies. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to sort of screw them from the inside. EU Parliament is ready for session, sorry. Okay, so Parliament. More new projects, solar engines. Alright. Then we're going back to here, Parliament. So, we're doing budget, right? So, PP, I guess no one's going for it. I think. Kind of hard to tell. Hey, Kel, wait, what? An office is open, which one? Do we do it? Can we do it? I don't think we can do it, if I'm honest. If we retire, do we just retire from this? Then we could maybe go for that. So we have actually formed the paramilitary youth. We can't do that again. And we are making money. A subject may soon raise its autonomy. Don't think so. How are they managing that? They're literally got a focus to increase their autonomy. Those rat bastards. Those rat bastards. I might turn. They're not a puppet then. I thought they were a puppet. What are they classed as? An associated state. Okay. Maybe I just build some cheap stuff on their lands then. If I do that, I'll probably do it right. Yeah, I'll do. Germany is now the president of the. Well, that's about as expected. Right, where have we got a lot of reserve? We could build there for a lot more fuel, which seems very good. So if we do that, we're going to get one extra. Okay, it's not that exciting. Then we obviously have maximum sort of infrastructure there. We could also try and increase these for the sole reason that they are going to basically pay dividends in terms of if we ever do go to war with Russia. Wait tomorrow, #freedom. That sounds excellent, Kyle. Any big plans? I guess the big plans could be no plans. Oh, this one. Okay, I guess we're doing that then. We're sort of running out of focuses. Again, we're going all in here on MBTs. So, I guess we're going for some Cold War armor. That's that then. I mean, can we afford a prolonged war with Romania? Can we? Equipment wise, we need attack helicopters and IFVs, but apart from that, we're fine. I'm going to stop production of the dories. We're producing a nice amount though, aren't we? Infantry equipment, how are we doing? How many guns have we got? 49,000 surplus. I think we might sell some of our. I think I'm going to sell some of our old equipment. Like here's a load of old weapons, old weapons. Weapons that aren't even ours, really. We'll do that. Assuming there'll be a couple of countries come in for them, maybe wars. The other thing we could do is send some mercenaries to wars. When I say mercenaries, I mean there's no wars going on. Carries on indeed. Yeah. That's around day 6.75. Just in time for them coming back. We're making 2 point. See how? Sorry, just hit that within my excitement. How is our money? How's our money flowing up so much? That's what I don't understand. What has changed? I don't know why my money's flowing up. I don't get it. I don't know. Bulgaria, will you let me invest in your infrastructure and make this war easier? You're going to say no, right? Yeah, I thought so. Bulgaria already maxed out. We'll go for some commercial. There's genuinely no one like us. Russia. Even China, Iran, who we took buffs to get to like us, don't like us. So I think we can only like internationally invest in Russia. That's literally it. That is it. That's how hated we are. Okay, no more doctrines here, is there? We kind of need to save our XP for designing a tank. Creating an agency here. Start using them to do bits and bobs. Combat foreign influence. Okay. We've taken our focuses there. There's not much else to do. I'd love to do that, but we're not even close to that being an option. And we're getting towards Hellenic Navy time, I guess. There's really little else going on here, is there? We can't hit Bulgaria. Wait, what? They're not in NATO? Hold your horses. Oh, it's Romania I'm looking at. I thought it was Bulgaria for a second. Oh, I got excited. Ah. I got so excited for 1 second there. Are we doing this? 140 days. Can we take Romania? Jesus, they've got a decent stockpile of equipment. They really do. Mewing, how you doing? So again, I don't have that much experience. Is this a good mod or a bad mod? It seems to be very mixed on how it's received. We're condemning the US at this point. We need to find an ally. They're very thinly on the border here. Our tanks we will form up like here. It makes your computer sad. Ah, okay. It's one of those. Religious groups replace 100 political power for days. A trade agreement with Bhutan. Sure thing. There you go, lads. We're going to do the nationalist propaganda. I just want to try and keep it strong. We'll attack here because we have very little else to spend. We're making 2 billion. I don't understand what's changed. My personal favourite. Yeah, we did a couple of streams in Old World Blues, but I've been sort of chopping up VODs and editing them together on YouTube Meowing, and for some reason it seems to do well. No idea why. So our worker fulfillment's great. Nationalist propaganda, we're obviously skewing.
Well, hello.
Eddie!
I ain't leaving.
I would expect nothing less. Sorry, nothing less. Hope you're well downtown Saddle Brown. I hope everyone's okay in the desert. I assume it is. Let's just go for that. Appreciate you stopping by and throwing a cheeky prime here for 70 months. Approaching that elusive 6 years downtown Saddle Brown. And gifting a sub to Stream
Eddie
Elements.
Brown gifted a tier 1 sub to Stream Elements. They have given 129 gift subs.
Thank you for looking. Thank you for looking after the boys there. Really do appreciate that wholeheartedly. Dankeschön. Eddie, you've given an insane amount of support in here that I do not deserve. And yeah, people do seem to like Fallout. The mod is impressive. It's just I did a playthrough. I've never played any of the games. I don't know the lore, so I was kind of sitting back like, what is happening? If that makes any sense. Right. Light tanks with 47. I want rid of them. So we're going to do that. Where's your light tanks? At the bottom. I've been daft here. Light tanks, there we go. Let's get rid of all of them. There we go. Gabon is buying them. It's going to increase our money a little bit. And then Ethiopia. Ethiopia's got a lot of old... oh. Poland is moving away from the European Union. Still Western aligned though. That is interesting. Ah. Eddie. A couple of gamer boys. Gotta love those gamer boys. Especially the Highland gamer boys. Am I right, Eddie? Eddie, thank you for 2.5k. Again, you don't need to do that. I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy of it. But I always bow down and I will say thank you. For some reason, Stream Elements didn't like that. But hey, they don't know how good we've got it here. You know what I'm saying? Right, naval-wise, we're doing okay. I mean, possibly, Eddie. I'm not honestly sure. I wonder if I can replay it and try again without that hot word, the hot topic word. Guys, we're almost not on a deficit of equipment. What an exciting time to be alive. You okay, pup? I don't know if you can see Gus digging in the background. It doesn't look like it. I've got 500 surplus SPGs. I kind of want to get rid of that. How short are we in utilities? Is that still a massive problem? Where are they again? Utility vehicles. 2,000 surplus. Right, so if we whack this up. How's that looking now? Only took 200 extra. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, we're just about good to go, I think. So if we can make the US like us 100, we could get into NATO. Right, I think we want... We are so far behind on air technology, aren't we? It's genuinely insane. So we're taking everything here for the first line. Yes, we have. So we're going to research bonuses and fun gains now. Okay. Construction-wise, we are pumping out a load of infrastructure in places where it's going to benefit the war efforts. And it's going reasonably fast, which is good. I don't know, I want to take a Navy command. I'd take one of these. Damn, I should have taken this for light. Should have taken that a while ago. It would have massively helped with the research. A little bit annoyed we didn't. Oh, China steps up its Belt and Road Initiative. China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has been known to be in the works for the past few years, having undergone a rebranding after One Belt, One Road strategy, was deemed to be too threatening. Hugh Yuntal administration today announced its intention to invest in multiple infrastructure projects as part of the BRI in countries around the world. I mean, I'll allow it. We can fight the influence from within the inside if they get too jumped uppity. The EU Parliament is ready for session. Okay, what on? What are we voting on? The EU budget draft. Pass, I guess. I see we have 8% of the population of the EU just now. It's kind of cool. I really do think I want to go smash Romania though. We need CNC, manpads, ATGM and artillery, it says. IFVs, we have a few. We're still lacking helicopters, but we are working on it. Are we not producing it? Oh no, we are. They're here. They're towards the bottom for some reason. I think we're at a point we could probably start doing this because we do have a surplus of fuel. Just get our navy training, get some XP. Why not? I think they've both got break off for, yeah, okay. 19 billion sitting in our bank. We could slowly start paying off our debt, but don't think we will. Tempted to try and reduce the autonomy in Slovenia now. Keep doing that, and then maybe we do try and integrate them a bit more. So we can get a massive 10% research bonus or reliability. I honestly think I'm going to go for reliability. I think it's hard to argue with such a high volume increase. We also have a utility vehicle here that needs to be named if anyone wants to throw their weight behind it and feels confident enough to do so. I'm actually going to look at this caber and see what we could change here if there's anything. We're not all upgrading, which is a bit of a mistake. Like Cold War autocannon. I don't think we can change that, can we? No. 100 and... More defense, more breakthrough. Soft attack for a lack of armor. I think I want the breakthrough, don't I? There we go. I think that's what we're after. Right. Let's get ourselves prepared for Romania. That's the next logical step. We can slowly start producing aircraft once it's once this pops. Apparently we don't have aircraft invented yet. Well, that's funny, I guess. Our infrastructure is being built left, right and centre, and there we have our radar. Kind of want to expand it here if we can, so that's what we'll work on. And then I guess we probably want some radar here as well, just so we've got the information available. Now, construction wise and electricity, we're still on a massive surplus. So if we do that, we're obviously going to make a lot more money, but our fuel's going to run down a lot quicker. Okay, we have 45 fossil fuel plants. That is a lot. And I'd love to research fourth generation, but it's going to be another like 2 years. And I think honestly the effort needs to go into some of this. There's so much to do. Let's go for this. Okay, so production-wise now, I think we can design an aircraft. Third gen light fighter. There we go. So we're going for cast hardpoints, second generation, single Cold War light engine, I guess. Cold War revolver cannon. This could be an awful plane, isn't it? I can just tell. And that's us out of XP. So we're not in a position to do that yet. The other thing we could do is just throw up everyone we have, train them, and use that to get some air XP. That's the only other thing we've got right now that can produce air XP. Because we're not making much from that. I guess looking, the only other thing we can do is change some of these. So we're currently neo-imperialism. We cannot up that more because we are not a NATO member. So that's locked in. Mandatory service. Semi-consumption. Leave that as is. Oh shit, look at our corruption. I could have been dropping this the full time. I've just been throwing away political power. What an idiot. Imagine how much money we're losing to... Oh man, I'm so annoyed at myself. What a silly goose. This is making absolutely no difference to our XP gain, really, so we're just going to delete them and keep them as a surplus. We'll have more research slowly coming through that's going to... Oh, here they go. We have to just send them stuff. Convoys it is. Once. We're going to send you 74 convoys. There we go. At least they like us. For now. Here we've got a modern light tank gun, but it's going to be over a year to do. Man, rough process researching the tank stuff, just because we had none. Literally zero. But we've got armour, there's bits slowly coming. The problem is we're researching what we need to start producing our own domestic tanks and air. Italian trade investments, it's not a bad thing at all, so I'll take that. Religious require no thanks. We're going to save up and drop our corruption. I cannot believe I've not like, we are literally pro-European campaign success. Okay. I still think it's hilarious we're the president of the central bank. It's pretty glorious, isn't it? I'm going to just do a quick update on the manual save as well, just so we don't lose any or too much progress. You never know. And I think now that we've had some downtime and time to prepare, once we've done this foreign influence, that should be that pretty much all negated. We're going to click that and get some more nationalism. And then here we're also going to get some more nationalism. And then I'm going to just save for dropping our corruption now. What is our nationalism? 46%. And that's us constantly trying to do that. That's not the easiest. Maybe look into some of this. Maybe do some banning and whatnot. The independent Greeks are here. Non-aligned. This is probably what we want to do something about in the new democracy. So we ban them, we're going to lose 1%. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do that. We'll see what happens long term. It should be fine. We have more marine stuff going on. We'll go left side here, I think. Yeah. Keep reducing the autonomy. Right, so we're going to check this again. The EU Parliament is ready for session. Okay. So we've got our subjects here. So we need to drop 1,200 to reduce their autonomy. That is a lot. So I'm wondering if we get rid of this and we go into Is there something for autonomy? Suppress subjects? Bread and circuses. Damn, I've not looked at any of these really. So if we take this. There we go. It's dropping rapid now. Should be doing that. Then we're going to reduce their autonomy and we'll have a proper buffer there. I think Romania is at the point where we're going to start squaring up now. I think I want to get a turbine engine in. I think it makes more sense. That research. We're about to get near modern engines in our fighters. We're going to get a Delta wing form, which is probably... I'm thinking once we get that, we might start producing our own plane. Although, it's always the thing that we get some efficiency, or do we not? You know, like... Again, you guys are never going to let us invest, are you? No. You guys probably will, though. You probably will, won't you? But I guess network infrastructure must be one of the cheapest things to build. Again, it'd be nice to just continue boosting that. We're going to go down that line, go along there. So here we probably want to upgrade our air-to-air. And then I'm wondering, do we have actual dedicated fighters, or do we just go for multi-role? That's the big Also, how's our GDP and whatnot going? It's increasing, both of them. Slowly working up. Very nice. Very nice. Got a bonus here. Take the research bonus first, I think. Okay. So research-wise, we're about to get new protective technologies. Again, not going to be a bad thing. We're still almost a year away from producing our own domestic aircraft. More startup money requested. To help entrepreneurs more, of course. We'll do that. Should help, right? Oh, finally got some abilities to invest within here. We've increased as much of our... Try to find anywhere we're producing a decent amount of resources I can upgrade. But I guess what we really want to do is that, seeing as we're going to be at war on them. They're probably our priorities. Yeah. We get them sorted, we're going to be in a much better position. Reduce autonomy again, why not? Got our EU budget going on, can we throw ourselves about here? Charter of Fundamental Human Rights. We're going to get a stability bonus. To the polls. Pass. That's that one done, right? That felt easy. Euroscepticism's pretty high here. Damn. Right, Protective Technologies 1 is now done. Do we go for another one? 316 days, might as well, right? Why not? So our tanks and our aircraft are still going to be slightly behind, but they will at least be domestic made, and that means that they will be continuously increasing in number. We're getting there. How is our subject doing? Slowly, we're going to end up reducing their autonomy as well. That's good. Transnistria becomes part of Russia. That means Moldova's probably not miles behind. Logistics. We're honestly sitting pretty. We're sitting very pretty. And I think it's time. I think this needs to happen. It's been coming. Let's just have a quick look at the guards of Ares. 30 combat width. They're sitting pretty good. It's what we could add here. Do we put the tanks back in, or? I mean, the anti-air could be good. We're not producing that, though, are we? That probably makes the most sense. Let's do that. Our tanks. What's going to be you lads? What could we put in here? Attack helicopter makes sense. That's us out of experience. But we're fine. We're in a surplus still. It's good. Okay. We can upgrade our marines again. Tanks are sort of hanging back here. They're ready to go. Yep, war with Romania is going to be our next throw of the die. And I don't think anything's going to happen with NATO now, unfortunately. A lot of improving relations going on. 120 days left. We have 100. Wow, we're making a lot of money. And do I repay? We probably should, but yeah, I really should, shouldn't I? Put 50 billion back in. Startup company for acquisition. This needs to be stopped, or the state will buy it first. We have money for days, so let's do that. We'll buy it first. We need to make the military like us, though, real bad. Real bad. I think here we're going to go down this and try and get these guys leveled up. And then here we've got a new IFV. Technically it's the Caber upgrade, so Caber. Oh. The Caber V4. Now, is there any some ERA in it? We don't have the experience. Of course not. Of course not. And I didn't save the name. Why would I, after all? Caber V4. There we go. We're producing one of those a day. Here we're in a massive surplus of those. Try to see what else we want. It'd be nice to produce some SPA, have our own anti-air. And here, what do we want? What else do we need? It could be good to have a few transport helicopters, if I'm honest. I think we'll cancel the ATGMs. We seem to have an absolute whack of them. We're green across the board. A lot of trains. I feel like there's something I could quite possibly start selling as well. Like trains is... Every time I've played this, you need trains, because there's so many countries don't start with them researched and they end up obviously massively needing them. Right here we want the 360, and then we take this and we want to get this down ideally to basically 0, so there's no real debuffs. Christian Bailey, how you doing? We won the war. We basically had to build a railway and sort of hone in our attention, but we did in fact we did take the win. We're actually gearing up right now for war with Romania. We're on the verge of producing our own tanks and our own aircraft. It's all very exciting. How are you, man? Yeah, we'll be getting some Delta aircraft just shortly. Yeah, Christian, I think it was yourself that commented that, right? We have been selling any surplus we have. We've just probably only recently got to the point that we have a surplus that we're like, maybe. In fact, I'm going to honour what you said, and we're going to actually sell some of our SPGs. Do they come in here? SPA. SPGs is what we want. So we have the older Dories. We're going to sell them. The PM21s. In fact, anything that's sort of first generation, I'm going to sell. Yeah, I noticed it makes a real difference to your just sort of finances, doing it, doesn't it? So we're making more of them. Second generation, first generation. They're anti-airs. Yeah, I'm going to do this. That's what we're going to do. Again, maximum price. Done. Bam. Oh, there we go. Iraq is buying some of them. And yeah, it's cool. Oh. Chad's buying some. It makes a nice little difference to them, doesn't it? So now some of our Dory equipment's going to get sent out there and it'll be a fighting wars. We have a navy that we've sort of largely inherited. We've trained them to a semi-decent standard. We have done zero military research just now. Our current priority is trying to produce our own multi-role aircraft as well as tanks. We will absolutely allow the demonstration. We've been really struggling just to try and maintain our control here. There we go, that's what we've been looking for. We want to do... wrong button. Is it? What am I doing here? Ah, there we go. So we'll change them to a satellite. Let's do that, and then we want puppet. So we need to keep going, basically. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, long term, I'll probably produce just some subs. It's always the easiest to sort of do, isn't it? And no one's guaranteeing them, so we're gonna have a very interesting war with Romania here, if I'm honest. Got our tanks here in the background just in case. What's their air force like? They have more planes than us. Probably a higher standard as well, so this is going to be interesting. We should probably bolt some anti-air, which we have not researched, I believe. We apparently don't have that technology. There we go. Do technology transfers. What do you mean by technology transfers? That's not one I'm familiar with. I should probably be doing this as a priority, actually, right? That's where the front's going to be. So how long is that going to take? December 2013. Oofed. Oofed. However, that's about to be built, and then we're going to fill after 12th March. Oh, that's going to be a while. That's going to be a while. Yeah, I don't think we've got that long. Transnistria. Oh, interesting. Transnistria and Moldova have kicked off. That could be very interesting. I'll tell you something, I'd be tempted to send them some troops. Can I? I can send them one division. I don't think that'll be enough, will it? 3 to 5 divisions. 4 to 9. I mean, it was still I mean, Russia's our friend here. I need you to remember that. Ah, right, okay. I honestly don't know. But I would I'd definitely consider it. What's this? Countermeasures. What if we just do this? Right, Romania, we're about to kick off. I don't know if we're going to be able to go through in convoy raid, but we're certainly going to try it. Justification is complete. When does it expire? 24th of December. How long is this going to take? March. Let's just cancel then. And then let's get some office sectors built. Couple of office sectors built. Right, we're going to go to war. This could be a mistake. Only really one way to find out. You guys are going to go convoy raiding here. Our air force. We're actually we're going to go to defense here. We're not looking to go in the offense straight away. We're going to try and dig in. Hopefully they're going to come and try and throw themselves at us. We'll see what happens. Might as well. Even if we can just take some other land, we can always come back at them later, get some supply, try and upgrade it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is Christian, if I'm completely honest, but the selling equipment was an outrageously good shout. Outrageously good. I think we're honestly good to go. We just need to trade for some oil, and we will go with Russia. That should do us. Right, everyone's up. You guys are in the air. Military's here and ready. I think it's time to go. No one's guaranteeing them. Okay. Are they going to come at us? I was kind of hoping they'd attack us, but it does not look like it will be the case. Wondering if we push and try and take some of this land here. So you boys are going to push to there. You're going to push to there. You boys are going to support attack. We'll make a breakthrough and then see if we can panic the front line. That's the dream here. Oh yeah, look at our divisions now. That is so much better. Intel advantage attacking from multiple directions. Night buff country. Yeah, that's much better. This is way better now. There we go. We've got a multiple pronged attack on the go here. They're getting battered back. Then what we're going to do here is have your lads that aren't really involved in attack there, attack in here, and we'll support them. Could we quickly take that and cut off the supply in the north here? That's the big question. No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here we go. You should puppet a smaller Romania. It's a great idea. We've actually puppeted Slovenia. We're just slowly trying to reduce their autonomy a bit. Make them slightly more useful. So here, they have lost a whack of supply. They're losing a lot more troops than we are as well. So I'm going to just let this settle. Let them readjust themselves. And then I think what we're probably going to do is push here and try and cut around. Even bring the tanks in actually. For that though, we probably want to do this. And we really want to just push straight for it and try and take it. So here's our MBTs coming to the front. We'll let them prepare a bit and then we'll switch our air force up. We will do more ground crews. How is their battle? The enemy are losing a plane. We're not losing any planes. Good air XP. That's what we want. Right, how you lads doing? Let's just do this. They're going to get absolutely plowed here. We're going to start an attack here just to soften them up a bit. And honestly the same here. These are basically diversionary attacks. We're not actually looking to do anything here. We're looking to basically soften them up so that when our tanks come through it's more of a straight line shot. We'll see what happens. And I've never played Vicky 3 Kyle. Probably not a game I'll ever play if I'm completely honest with you. It just doesn't speak to me like that. It just doesn't, sadly. But I know you were enjoying it, right? That's all that really matters. We also should have been doing that 68% war support penalty. Okay. Now what we do is we cancel this attack, right? Let you guys take the lead. Like so. That should help us break them, I think. 515 defense. Good God. Hold on, wait a minute. This ain't right. We're actually breaking them there. What the hell? You lads can go there. You lads can go there. That'll be huge if we break the... We're not even breaking them in the front, it's like behind that we're breaking them. Damn, okay. If we can take the supply hub, that'd be absolutely massive. Let's try that. If we take that, they're doomed. We'd actually probably punch for the capital here. Or do we sit and... I think we might sit here and we'll just hold this. So let's take our special forces and put them there to hold this. I might just put them in this little pocket and leave them be. Stop the tanks from attacking just now. We need this for the railway. So I want to do that and then that. If we take the railway, we'll have supply here. We should be kind of laughing actually. Let's attack there. You boys help there. We take that. We've got a nice water river line. We can then clean up the north and maybe try and come around. This is looking good. 1,000 for us, lost 2,000 for them. That's fine. Our lads are moving in there. We've got some new improv expert. Can never say no. Here we have combined arms. I can't say no to that. I can't say no. This has been some battle here. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. They fought on here very heroically. How are we doing here? Our air force is fine. We're gonna move them to here, and we're gonna start going up in the Romanian air. I think here we're gonna have our hand forced. We're gonna have to do this. We've got air superiority. We're not really attacking us here. We just need to defend it. My God, we're still not taking this. That's insane. Right, you lads are gonna attack here. You're gonna support. You're gonna support. Just try and clear it in a bit. Somehow still not taking that. Seems insane. Going to edit this, make the red guy's front a bit smaller so that we can get a bit more concentrated and let the special forces handle the main front here. Yeah, Hoi 4 is definitely a superior game to Vicky. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever about that. We are going to push here because this is a bit of a weak spot. And if I'm completely honest, there's an opportunity here for an encirclement. Not much, but an opportunity nonetheless. Yep, they're gonna fall. Slowly paying off our debt, that's cool. And you guys, let's just be sensible here and do that. We'll collapse this little pocket and then we'll see what's what. We've lost 2k there at 3k, so again, it's still not like a high casualty sort of war here. But if we take this, we'll connect this supply hub up, which is definitely important. Get them repaired and whatnot, and there we go. Should be supply being repaired here in good time. We'll let everyone reorganize. Again, here I think we're going to try and set up and push north. So we'll do a bit of that, and we're going to push towards the supply hub, which I believe is there, right? Yeah. That's going to be the plan. Right, research. We're doing fine. Doing fine. Keep the speed nice and slow just now. New special project, stealth experimentation. Okay, why not? Why not? Yeah, Romania's been Be a bit more stubborn this time. Tanks, let's make a move. Get some supporting attacks on the go. Supporting attacks on the go. Supporting attacks on the go. One of you lads support there. There we go. Bit more pressure getting put on them now. Lovely. Again, we're more looking for our attacks to have a concise push here and really... Our tanks, sorry. We'll see how this plays out. We're getting some massive debuffs for the terrain. We're maybe needing some sort of mountaineers type things. Yeah, they're going to start crumbling soon, I think. Our problem is going to be the debuff we have. We might end up having to actually just get out of this war at some point. You guys need to just push there because there's a gap. Ah, crap. Really need to push for this though, don't we? Boys, let's just do a nonsensical sort of all-out, absolutely throw ourselves at them attack. We are still making money even in war. How exciting is that? We are raiding them, aren't we? We are. Excellent. So there's experience getting printed all around. A lot less army experience than I would have liked though. There we go. Nice wee bit of gains there. Supplies starting to be a bit more stretched here. Oh, dodges groups request representation. Go for the lesser one. They're planning here, so there's probably an attack coming at some point, but we are breaking through it. Lovely. Might end up stalling the attack here. We're taking quite a few sort of casualties. I have to edit this as well. I think we're going to have to move up to there just so we're not pushing over a river. The river's kind of going to be our death, I think. There we go. So we need to take Napoca, I think it is. We take that, we'll take their only supply hub this way, and they will be in big trouble. The other thing we could do is technically attack here, and then try and take a bit of the railway line. If we can. See how that goes. Again, Special Forces boys are holding here really nicely. I think what we'll do now is these boys have done their job. We're going to cancel them and just let the Air Force here be reinforced and do their job. Then hopefully sooner rather than later we're producing our own fighter to start replacing them. And we've got an increase in our GDP. We're going to absolutely spend the money getting that as soon as we can. Why not? Here we need to push here as quick as we can. You lads can join the support attack. Take this, their supply is gone here. This will be wide open for just free picking up here. But then they're probably going to dig in more towards their capital. I am wondering, do I just do this? They can't even support attack, that's fine. Lads are going to go to there. Here. You lads are going to there. You're going to there. There we go. Let's see how this goes. I think we actually have some yeah, we've got very good special forces here. Very good. And as far as I can tell, this is meant to be their special forces we're fighting against. And winning very handsomely. I think we're actually possibly about to take their capital here. Which seems insanely easy. I'm going to do this. One's dug in, one's taking that, and then we probably want to cut back on ourselves and just encircle this. Be a full tank division. You lads are not retreating, there's no way. We take this, we're just encircled a tank division. It's way more important. Yes, let's go, fill this in. You're absolutely staying there, and we're going to drag this further along. Look at that. We have another ground researching facility, which seems insane at this point. You boys get back on the front. You're going to come here and just close that, and then we've done a nice job here actually. do just now. Fill this in. Special forces are in a good position. We've got the enemy's capital. They've lost 12k, we've lost 5k. This should be fine. This should be fine. You two are going to push here because we just want a bit of breathing room, not sort of fighting right at their capital. Attack here. Attack here. And you guys can assist. There we go. Again, just trying to expand our front here so it's not right on the enemy's capital and we're kind of forced to defend in a bit of depth. Again, just slowly reducing our debt. Seems like a crazy thing to be doing in the middle of a sort of balls to the walls war, really. I wonder if we just push for the coast and do that. Could quite easily clear this way, the awkward coastline they share with Ukraine. What's our tanks doing right now? Not that much really, are they? I wonder if we use them, just try and push towards the mountains. Logistics. We're short on SPAs and just rocket launchers. So honestly, we could probably very quickly produce some of them. Like so. Trade-wise, we're doing fine. Let these guys just do what they do. We'll pin them in here and do that. Not. Where if we do that though? Let's just do that. Again, we're trying to overstretch them, make this front as unfeasible as possible for them. Support attack, support attack. Can't believe we have another. We have another ground facility. Pushing the breakthroughs, that's for sure. We're pushing them up there, down here. We're trying to push them, but it's a bit more of a sort of diversion. These guys are reorganising themselves. Truth is, we don't need anyone here. You guys can get in this front. And they're gone. Really, we should be doing this. In our capital. Right, you guys should be able to reassign now. Front's just gotten smaller. Right, losses. 5k versus 19. They're 2/3 of the way to capitulation. Slag, how are you, mate? Welcome back. Hope you're good, fam. Did I go for this? Did we go for the beefy 3rd generation? $667 days. Well, we've kind of committed to it, I guess. Right, we're trying to take in our capital here. See how that goes. I actually dug in here a bit more. I respect that. Not enough though. Not enough. How are we doing surplus? Oh, we're actually going through a bit more plains here. The experience is a little steeper. More protective technologies. Down here we need to do, really, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Our capital in our hands, has that affected anything? Not massively. Our tanks have been successful up here, so that's cool. You lads are going to push to here. But you lads are just going to assist attack and sort of hold your ground if you can. You guys are done with your attacks for now, please. The Oligarch, how you doing? Okay, we're making progress here. That'll be a nice wedge driven, and this is looking further more and more isolated. Don't like that this is a bit of an opportunity for them to cause problems here. Can you ignore this fight and do that? No? Can you do that? That'd be nice. And here they're trying to counter us, but they've got absolutely no chance here, do they? They have absolutely no chance. We're probably about to organise an actual large front attack, basically. We take this, we're basically going to be overstretched, but we're also going to be forcing them to go wider. And Millennium, who are you playing as? I actually just realised what your name is, and I've got a funny feeling I may know the answer. Right, we do this, we're very close to the... we're very close to the front line battle zone we want. We need more fuel. We'll trade with Iraq this time. Hope we're getting some naval XP. I've not seen anything popping up. Modern light tank gun is done. Some more ERA, I think. Yeah. Right. How we doing up the north? We have sort of divide and conquered. We need to take... Oh shit, the hub's only here. Did not realise it was that close. You guys help? No. Just you guys. So the one helping attack. We're going to take it though, which is obviously great, but we have no railway there. We're going to have to take all of this. Weapons of mass destruction. You know, it's funny, I've tried a run as them, and it's an interesting one for sure. You just need to play the slow, patient game. How bad's our war? 70%. That's pretty rough. They're not voting for anything, no. Okay. Let's do that, we'll see how they get on. Oh, they're pushing really nice, actually. Let's do that and let the special forces push a bit just now. Here, we're about to take this supply. It's not affecting us too much, but it's definitely going to affect them. So they're now no supply here. We obviously also don't have supply, but we could very quickly just do that. How long is that going to be? 2nd of April. 2 months. That'll be linked up and we'll have actual good supply here. Then we could probably close this out. I'll just have to stop, I think. It's fine. We're doing okay. I probably should, but I was hoping to sort of semi-undermine it from the inside. I'm not that experienced Millennium Dawn, so I am still very much doing the learning. Right, you lads, I think it could be good just to get some sheer breakthrough. And then here we just need to see this out. Right, how's our Air Force? We are winning. You guys here, a bit closer to the front. Right, research plane wise, we are pretty much good to go, aren't we? 70 days we'll have air-to-air weapons, that's when we'll probably do it. Your turbine engine, there we go. Right, they have no supply now, so we need to choose our moment. So you guys are going to come to here, and then we're going to prepare a push from there and probably try and, yeah, encircle. Try and encircle as much as we can here. Have you tried I don't know what TFR is. What mod's that? Russia and Belarus have created a union state. Oh wow. I've never seen that in this. It's a union state. That's cool seeing something new. That sounds about right. That's done, so we are pushing along here now. Tanks are preparing, and let's just go. No? Oh, I've paused. Silly goose. There we go. You lads can push there, there. Lovely. There's going to be an encirclement here. I can tell. I've never heard of it. What was the crack with it? I think you boys need to close this out. You as it's at them. You as it's at them. The Fire Rises. Never heard of the mod. Don't know anything about it. Sorry, it's just an expression. What's the crack means? Like, what's the sort of situation with it? We actually want you guys not to be leading the attack, that's for sure. But you guys can assist the attack, thank you. We have dominance of the air with our out-of-date aircraft, that's kind of funny. Advanced ballistic propulsion systems, I'll believe you. Here we need another new... I'm not going to do that now though. Assist here. Goes that we're going to break that and we're going to have a nice encirclement. And then we're going to have to start pushing along here trying to get some of this. Maybe, probably just moving my tanks actually from one side to the next. Right, tanks, let's just stop you. Let's delete that and then let's get prepared here. And we'll push to there. There we go. Starts to turn right when COVID hits, but slowly things evolve into a different timeline than ours. Don't spoil it too much if you want to try. That's 2030. Hey, wait, I think I might have watched Atomic A stream if I'm playing as China on that. Would that be that one? The focus trees are very like neon ADHD in your face, if that makes sense. They're very bright. Would that be that one? Probably do want auxiliary, don't we? Modern armour. It's not medium armour, it's modern. Right, we're preparing, we're getting our tanks round. They are basically here, let's go. Assist. And we'll get you guys attacking as well, actually. You guys can go there. And there. It's actually looking pretty good. Okay. Might have broke them here, this might be it. I bet there's more going on with the designs. I think I have seen it, but don't quote me on that, please. Seems we could probably squeeze another encirclement here. Now, the best tile's probably here to here, right? There we go. Actually dug in pretty well, aren't they? Smash them, they'll make the front smaller. This is going very nicely here. Poland IFVs fighting their tanks sort of situation, and then there we'll go like that. Okay, we're breaking here. Here we need to be taking that. It's a supply hub, we take that, they've got nothing. This is all, there we go. Right, difficult situation now. How much of this do we want? How much do we want as a puppet? What do we think? I think we want access to the sea here. So I think we're taking... We want the fuel. So that we're definitely taking this. We're definitely taking this. Do we want a buffer with Ukraine? That's the question that's on our minds. Take half, Christian's saying. This half, or what are you thinking? Wait, did Romania take... Did I take this and then puppet that? Could be interesting having a wee puppet here in the sort of east, right? Maybe we do that. So we're going to take that. Then we're going to puppet 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Right? And then we've got a navy. So we're getting more obsolete ships. Always nice. I think that's what we're going to do. I like the look of that. That's fine. I mean, it's kind of ugly. But it's okay. It's okay. Right, okay, foreign influence, we're doing fine. We're expanding our laboratories. We're going to get some more nationalist propaganda. And then we are basically going to be sitting now. Right, so let me just check. We have a whack going on. How's our power now? Got 2 nuclear facilities now. Still massive deficit. We're making crap. We're making 8 billion a week. How? Corporate income. Damn. That is a lot of money. Right, I think that's most of our expansion we wanted to do kind of done now. Again, NATO is kind of stifling us here, aren't they? We could move into Slovakia, Austria, Ukraine if we really wanted to. We're at a bit of a turning point. Puppets first generation vehicles. I have actually taken the suppressed subjects, so we're very slowly reducing them. So Slovenia, we've almost got them to the point that we can make them a puppet, which is exactly what we're going to do. Grant Romania the bailouts. 227 billion. No thanks. Good luck to the lads. Good luck, all the best. I can't rebel. I get you, it's not a bad move. I think here we're going to reduce them both to puppets. We want puppets, I think. I think that's the game plan. So Slovenia will be first, and then we're, I think, very slowly working on Romania. That's a weird ass Romanian flag. Very strange looking one. Right, more ships to beget. Actually, it's a fairly large navy, actually, isn't it? And it's not that out of date. It's really not that out of date. Is that more modern than all of our subs? That's the same. But we have a pretty decent navy looking now anyway. We can't afford to fight NATO. That's the truth of it. We literally can't afford that. Planes, you guys can come down. We'll bring them back towards the capital. Got another research slot, that's good. We're probably behind. No, we're not behind on that. We're behind in the equipment though. So that's something we're going to probably play catch up on a decent bit. Right. Research here, we're going through. New air-to-air weapons on the way. Right. Making 6 billion now. Just keep repaying the debt, I think. They're both rising, man. They're both rising. What about Libya? Wait, what? Do you want us to attack them? Do you want us to get some colonies? Does your budget... Oh, definitely. We could massively increase military. We actually need to, if I'm honest. It's very low. We could easily do that. It's probably what we should be doing, really. But I want to get rid of our puppet sort of status. That's my short term. We need 8 more autonomy decrease, so that's coming. Puppets where we want them, I think, and we'll probably put speed back up. Bam. An autonomous region. Do we want that? Maybe we want that. Fuel's kind of low. Trade with Iraq. It's just about balance the books. Puppets that are already on your puppet, you just adjust your spending. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I get what you're saying about Libya. I just don't know if it would be useful for us right now. So it's free expansion room, right? Again, there's NATO in the blue. NATO's in the blue. But I don't want to just be like expanding needlessly, and I'm trying to semi roleplay here. Always in the channel we try and kind of roleplay a little bit. We're playing as like literally the whole mindset is Greece first, and the restoration of the sort of Byzantine Empire. So that's what is at the forefront of our mind. So I don't know if we would be going over to Libya, despite it technically at one point being part of the Byzantine Empire. It's an interesting one, Christian. Wait for separatists to appear. I think that already happened. Or maybe not. Jesus. They're all over the place. Sorry, I multi-stream on YouTube, and I'm speaking to both. I'm actually wondering if we should get some more divisions. We need to produce more tanks, though, don't we? Yeah, we'll get a couple more of these boys, I think. Take us up to 8 all in. I'm kind of sad there's no way for Corin like former Byzantine states. I'd like to have done that. No new attack helicopters yet. We probably should do some sub research, but yeah. Could be nice to get a new SPG. But we're kind of all in on tanks, aren't we? We're pretty much got an active research on everything we can here. Should maybe do auxiliary, but we're kind of there with guns. Do some armor, sport weapons. Yeah, we should probably do that. Makes a lot of sense. Romania should be puppied. Yeah, I think I want Slovenia to be... So I think you're right, Christian. I think Slovenia being an autonomous region would mean that we have a buffer with Italy, but we also have like the benefits of it being our land. Romania, I think we just want a puppet. I think that's a great shout, Christian. You could use some console magic. I've never used console in a game like this. Is that easy to do, or is it... Do we start a space program? How's our logistics though? We need to start making some of our own AA. Could probably do that. Just start here. Second generation, right. A naval cannon, bloody hell. A light autocannon. Cold War light autocannon. I am going to go for a truck chassis. Modern truck chassis. I feel like you don't need... Let's just see, we want low fuel here basically. Let's go for low fuel. Optical target, radar support vehicles, vehicle mounted radar systems. Support missiles, absolutely. There we go. And then here, I'm not putting armor and whatnot on it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't have one to assign. Okay, we need an air. Does anyone have a good name for self-propelled anti-air? Remember, we're playing as Greece. We've had some strong roleplay in our previous namings, so if we can keep that up, that would be great. Thanks. Are you building? I don't think we are building leopards, are we? No, we're definitely not. This looks pretty cool here, though. It's a truck chassis, so these make the most sense. But yeah, okay, I see what you're saying about the leopards. It's changed now. Hope you're okay with that. A good name for this. Air. I wonder if we call it the Apollo Defense System. The Apollo Air Defense System 01. I'm going to go with that. Unless someone has an absolute banger suggestion. We are going to put one in there. Doing some ATGMs. Doing this. We need to get everyone else upgraded. This is the Dore. The Dore 4. Caber V5. Caber V5. Bam. Is that everything? Pretty much. Don't think we need transport helicopters, that seems redundant. Right, SBAs are going to be produced. We're doing fine. Mali declared war, okay. Right. Right, Bulgaria, there's no way we can do anything. We can't touch NATO. We cannot touch NATO. We now have 12% of NATO's population. Supplies are pretty good. We really are kind of green across the board. I just realised that we can in fact sell more air equipment that we don't use. There's loads of planes here. Well, not loads, sorry. That's a blatant lie. There's enough. Try to clean this up a bit. Iraq buying our MiG-29s. It's not too tricky, just a command to check state ID number, then another command to core it. Could explain further if it's something you want to try. Yeah, Fred, I'll maybe leave it as like a hang note at the end if people think we should, but I'd definitely be up for doing it if it's not considered being too sort of dirty. Right, Special Forces, let's just have you around the capital here. That is going to be perfectly fine if you want to do that. You can come back down here. You guys are going to be just along here. And tanks can go here. We really do need someone there, but I also need the PP. We also need to get our corruption all the way down. Still up a bit. 6.2 billion we're making. Damn. We're actually about to hit the 50,000 GDP per capita, so that's kind of cool. I don't know what's next though. I mean, technically speaking, we could hit Austria, but to do that we need to call in Slovenia. And Austria's obviously got some interesting resources. I'd want to take that myself though, and then it would completely negate the need for Slovenia. There'd be no need for them because we'd have another border unless we get another puppet. Unless we get another puppet. What is it's a lot of debt. Seems to be trying to keep a hold of bits of the USSR, I guess. He's not really been a friend to us though, despite the fact that we have kind of tried. I'm also going to finally design our fighter, I think. Although it seems stupid because... no, it's a year away, so we can easily design this. Like cast hard points, yep. 20mm cannon, that's much better. I'm going to go with... oh, there we go. Shazam. Second generation. Range extending redundant systems, protecting materials, thrust vectoring. Reliability, we're at 112%, so I wouldn't say we need that just now. Advanced self-healing. Okay then. I hate the Russian-looking aircraft. It's kind of Russian, like maybe Swedish. Let's go for a little slick boy here. Right, we need a good name for our first CAS. What are we calling our first home-produced plane? What are we going with? This shouldn't be cast. This should be kind of everything. I suppose we've only got one hard point because it's just a merge. Oh, yeah, okay. So we have to make a cast on a fighter. The beef. Can you make that sound? Can you make that sound Greek by any chance? JTK. Good to see you, General. Hope you're well. I don't want this to be multi-role and we're not going to get that right. I take it we'll get that in a year's time. So always just sell these. Let's do that. Right, we still need a name for this. If someone has a suggestion, I'm all in. Really keen to continue the immersive roleplay. Could put a factory in from there. Put a factory in from there. Finally need to trade for some resources. That's exciting. Let's trade. Rally for Congolese democracy. Let's just go for India. That's pretty neutral. We're not really upsetting too many folk there like that. How many are we producing? How often are we producing them? It's 2.86 per month. Damn. Kyle, I can't do that. You need to give me something I can pronounce. Come on. Other than Puppets of Russia, your biggest ally. Should produce Caval V1 for exports like... Oh, the Caber V1. You're probably right. Investment from France. Would not have predicted that. Hey, you're probably right, eh? I'm on the wrong one. So the Caber V1's what I want. Caber is the V2 because it's the first IFV, isn't it? So this is literally for selling purposes. It's going down at the bottom. The very bottom. There we go. I think the Dory we could probably cancel pretty soon. Israel, don't care. Not at this point anyway. Okay. Right. See, Voyokres Veliton. I'll call it the Voyokres. How's that? Gotta keep some immersive roleplay here. Come on now. Do we have a deal? The Voyokres. Again, this is going to be a one-off production because it's definitely going to end up being replaced very soon with something new. Then we'll keep paying back our debt just now. This is the most money I've ever made playing this. We're on a 9 billion weekly balance. I think we are going to end up absolutely whacking up our cash flow. Now let's change Romania to a puppet. Yes, please. Maybe we make them just both autonomous regions. Maybe that's the play. Facility with unassigned scientists. Another neighbour. I'll do it just because it's going to annoy me. It keeps asking me to do it. Okay, we're going to trade by India. They seem pretty neutral. There we go. Right. How's our control? 43%. Ah, it's not great, is it? That's not fantastic. We've actually got quite a lot of equipment for sale, don't we? 500 convoys is insane. So, IFVs, we need the Caber V1. Although honestly, we could probably sell a lot of this stuff that we don't really need. Let's just clear house. we'll stick to home domestic because we actually have very good IFVs. That being said, they are getting towards the edge of maybe needing a little bit of an upgrade. So we might look into that soon. That's the thing, we don't use APCs for anything at all anymore, so there's no need for them. No need whatsoever. Apparently we have 160 light tanks still, is that right? Surely they're on the market, no? Although that being said, we've probably gained them in the winning of the wars and the peace deals. Let's get them in the bin. Did I get more aircraft there? I checked that, didn't I? Yeah, I thought so. Some of these. Chad's bought a lot of equipment from us. We're trying to get us upgraded to almost modern sport equipment, I think. China's buying our patents. That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that. Just realised we've still got our subs out, even though we've not been at war for a very long time. Should help our fuel. And then let's get our new planes up and training. The beef wellies. Which protein do you have? Do you mean which? I took creatine today. It's just my protein brand. I'm sure you've heard of them. I've just been taking that. It's weird though. I genuinely didn't feel like I needed dinner tonight because I'd taken that. We're voting in the EU again. What on? Current active measure. Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union. Sure. Germany and Italy are rejecting it. Interesting. Okay. Guess we're doing the upgrades here then. Everything else is fine. We're producing a lot for aircraft, and then research-wise, a lot of things are going to be happening and changing soon. That's us got some new special forces. They're going to begin training, get them up to a very good standard, and we might look to upgrade them soon, I think. When we take back Constantinople, there's actually a focus for it, Kyle. The problem is, if we do that and we try to get the ball moving, if we attack Turkey, we're fighting all of NATO. All of them. As in, it's us versus pretty much all of Europe, Canada. You get the gist. To do that, we're going to have to... for Europe. See, Christian, I have like no experience with this system. I don't really know what to do. So, I mean, if you guys want to... If you want to advise me, I'm happy to listen and have a crack. Tell me what to do. Oh, what's this? Grant stability minus 5% minus the interest rate. Euro bonds. Short speed interest rate. Remove European debt crisis. That seems massive. That will not bother us at all, I don't think. Right? This is eligible for a vote. 153 days, that'll be in session. Yeah, that's going to help us because we're reducing our debt hugely. Like we are constantly repaying our debt. This is the wealthiest I've been in this game. Genuinely. I think we are going to put this up again. And our fighters are getting pumped out. We've still got a few spares here for the rest, but we're looking to replace them in good time. Construction-wise, we have pretty much everything we need. First thing we're going to definitely do is that. I think we're going to enter our fuel infrastructure stage. That's what my gut tells me anyway. There we go. Get full infrastructure across the board, and then we can sort of sit and be like, right, what we do now? But yeah, I think you're right, Christian. I think we should possibly look at the laws we want to interact with and maybe change, and what's our priority. Should really probably push through these, right? A couple of 30% bonuses, 20% bonus in that. 21% bonus there. Get a new SPG. There's plenty of options here. There's some more upgrades here. Yeah, let's do that. Missing equipment? No, Death Server, we're just, it's requiring it. That being said, we probably need to upgrade a lot of our support equipment. There we go. We can lower autonomy again. This time it is for an autonomous region. The next annex. So we now have Slovenia literally where we want them. We have them exactly where we want them now. We've got our buffer state set up very nicely. I was wondering if we'd get like money from having them as a puppet, but it doesn't look like it. It does not look like it as far as I can see. Right, in terms of ERA, I think we are, yep, we're modern now on that front. MBTs we're doing okay. Here I'm just going to start doing some of this. We'll get our gunship upgrades ready, and then we'll hopefully get another fighter out. Okay. Keep paying our debt back. Again, the more we pay, I mean, we're paying almost no interest on our debt. So that's cool. I think the next council voting is coming in soon enough, I think. I can't remember. European Convention. Additional European membership gain the following effects. Political power gain stability for 600 days. Okay, why not? Oh, we've already got it passed, I think. There's a lot going on there, right? You can obviously eventually unite Europe under it, but it's a long, long process by the looks of it to actually get there. Right, our military spending's been increased, and that seems to be helping. Let's do that. And then I think that's 2013 now. I think we'll save it here, actually. Stream number 2. Let's get a save in. Yeah, I think we're in a really nice position. We're starting to sort of toy with the EU. Again, I'm going to put my hands up and say I don't fully understand it, so if anyone wants to offer advice or feedback on how to deal with that, I'd be happy to accept it. We still do have ourselves a buffer set up in between us and the EU/NATO in Slovenia. A little buffer state, keep us apart, sorry. we've obviously expanded our situation, and we are absolutely throwing money back at our debt. We're making 7.8 billion a week. We're absolutely printing money at the moment, which is obviously great. Long may that can continue. I think that's probably going to result in us probably upping a lot of this. We'll probably need to get this back to where it really should be. It just obviously massively affects, well, just about everything now, because our money's going to be so much deeper affected with the changes with the size of population we have. If I need money, kind of general, yes, that's what I'm saying. If you need money, invade the Balkans. You can see that Bulgaria is still the one that got away. They managed to join NATO before, and they're being led by Phil Mitchell. I can't get my head around that. I know some people don't get that because you're not like British, but there's a TV soap. I think it's EastEnders or Coronation Street. I get them mixed up, but there's one of them that there's a guy in it called Phil Mitchell. He's a bit of a meme, and that is him right there. That was a picture of him right there. I think it's hilarious that he's the leader of NATO. It's so funny. But you can see here, people don't really like us. Turkey really doesn't seem to like us. Kazakhstan likes us though, so that's kind of cute, right? No, that's him, General. Just search Phil Mitchell and you'll see him come up. But yeah, guys, I'm going to finish up there for the evening. That is midnight. We've went a little bit longer than I thought it would. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. Just to do a little summary for anyone who's watching or just comes to the end of the video, which I respect. We have slightly increased the size of our military. We've got 4 extra Special Forces divisions. They've been serving us very well. We're probably streamlining a bit, and we're probably getting ourselves manoeuvred into a position where I'd like to make this a beefier regiment that can offer a bit more breakthrough. So we're about to start producing our own MBTs and our own fighters. We're currently producing 3rd generation CAS fighters. With research of the 4th generation, that is probably going to become a multi-role fighter, and we're going to have multi-roles. That's the plan. We're about to get a 3rd generation tank in about 200 days, so 6 months roughly we'll have that. We'll start producing that, and there's just constant upgrades flying in our tanks and our air here. We have obviously also expanded up towards Slovenia, which is now still ours. We have Slovenia. It's a autonomous region. We took Croatia and also was it Bosnia? Yeah, Bosnia, I think. And then obviously Romania, we've taken most of that, and we made a sort of small autonomous region there, or it will eventually be an autonomous region. More of it's like a buffer between us and Ukraine and any shenanigans going on there. But yeah, I don't know what our next play is. I don't know what our play is. Michaelis, how you doing? Yes, but it was Rhodes, and I've been twice to Rhodes. Beautiful, beautiful area. One of my favourite holiday destinations, mostly because it's lovely, beautiful, warm Mediterranean weather, but you've got a constant sea breeze. And people have told me throughout my life that I look a little bit Greek, so never know how to take that. But this has been fairly successful this evening. I will scroll out and I leave you guys with a question. What is our next play? We do have options where the EU and NATO are not obviously out with. Those being Austria, Slovakia, Ukraine. I'm kind of looking at them like, what's the crack there, So there's options around us. The bigger we get, the more you look at the EU and NATO, and you're like, maybe you're not that scary. However, I think we still need to find friends. There is the option of maybe we look to expand down towards the African coast. Maybe we look for some I don't want to use the word colonies, but territories. But I'll leave it to you guys. Give me your input, and we'll have a good mull over it and think about what we're doing next time. For those of you who have been watching on YouTube, I appreciate you stopping by. This has honestly been pretty well received on YouTube. I appreciate folks' input and people's watch time. It's been great because I'm trying to grow the channel, so I appreciate all of you. Those of you that have tuned in tonight, thanks again, and we will hopefully catch you on the next one, my friends. Have a good one. Okay, that is the YouTube side gone now. So yeah, I think